fantastic. I know you say you don't play, you're not a sports guy and everything, but you had to feel good about last night, right?
What?
The Falcons won.
Yeah, no.
Damn it. You did something.
I refuse. You know it. Nobody in Georgia or even Atlanta were really Falcons fans until that first Super Bowl. Yeah.
They
And
like
then
Lehman Bennett.
yeah, and then no, yeah, the Dirty Bird. Remember that? I say that. Listen, Jamal Anderson in that damn song cursed the Falcons, cursed them. And you know the only way for them to fix it is for motherfucking Big Boy and Andre 3000 perform in the middle of the fucking field while motherfucking Jamal Anderson grow that Jerry fade back out, shave it off, burn it while they perform Bombs Over Baghdad. That's the only solution.
Well, I'm a bit older than you. I remember a song when I was little, and it was a Christmas song, and his coach was called Lehman Bennett, and the quarterback's name was Steve Barkowski, and they were doing well, and they were expected to go to the Super Bowl, and they had a whole song about and the Lehman Bennett Super Bowl team. I just remember from being a kid, but it was back when they was also doing that. I want a Big Mac McDLT, a quarter pounder with some cheese fillet, a fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger, a Happy Meal McNuzzy. You don't remember that?
Yeah, I remember that McDonald's song. Yeah,
yeah, man. So, I'm sorry, I'm old, but I got a good memory of old shit. But
a lot of people don't. You remember when they had the fucking section McDonald's burger where you had to put it together yourself?
McDLT.
Yeah, that bullshit. One of the worst ideas ever. But hey, motherfuckers love getting that shit.
Well, because they said it keeps the hot side hot and the cool side cool, so it don't sog your burger when you put it together. You put it together yourself. That was the process. But yes, our Falcons, and they're not my Falcons, I'm a 49er fan. But we're from Georgia, so you got to hope they do something when they do something.
Hey, man, that was all killed. 28-3, bro. That when I put my faith in the Falcons, come on, it's over with, Tommy. It's over with, man.
I'm with you on that. I remember talking shit on Twitter, and then them motherfuckers lost.
Listen, bro, no way you gonna lose that. No way,
bro. We was drunk. We was all at home.
Hey, Georgia, all of Georgia put their fucking the spirit bomb. The spirit bomb of Georgia was on these niggas, and you lose 28-3, bro.
We were talking a ton of shit to everybody. Like I'm telling you, it was over.
Exactly. I never even been no motherfucking Falcons fan, but nigga, I was proud for Georgia, nigga, just for
you know.
And you know the fucking the WWE meme, like when the black dude, that meme. That's how everybody from Georgia was like, nigga, ain't no way we seeing this shit happen right now, nigga. No way.
I'm like Mr. Fantastic. I'm not a Falcon fan, but I'm a Georgia boy. So that day,
exactly.
Nigga, we about to break. We're looking forward to parade. You know,
this
gonna
be the whole team. Exactly, yeah.
Ooh, that was something. So,
hey, Atlanta had to destroy all. You know how many fucking club flyers got burnt up that night? Got deleted.
Right, because niggas was gonna go to the club.
Nigga, hey, listen, nigga, hey, it was gonna be Sherman's motherfucking run again, nigga. They was gonna burn it down. They was gonna burn Atlanta down, nigga. They gonna burn Georgia. Hey, Georgia gonna be on fire, nigga. If the Falcons had beat beat Tom Brady, beat the Patriots.
Yes. We were blowing them out. It was gonna be a straight ass whooping, and then boy, the club they didn't open no clubs. Bitches wasn't sucking no dick that night.
Killed the whole spirit of everything. Fuck it, shut everything down.
I was like, God, though, that was something. But yes, they won last night. They beat Buffalo team. I don't know if it'll mean anything, but my cousin them. They went to the game and they was enjoying it. So I thought, hey, if they happy, I'm happy. Whatever the fuck ever. Ladies and gentlemen, my man, Mr. Fantastic. Let's go into another brother that's coming out here. The man with the best background in the history of podcasting. You know you do. You know how many let me be honest. How many people I asked you, what I gotta do to get my background like yours? Be honest. I know people ask you, because I was gonna ask you, but I knew you weren't gonna tell me.
They don't really ask me. They just say they like it. They never ask me how I set it up.
Well, we got to stop doing that as black men. I was talking earlier. We got to start doing more stuff for each other, and we got to stop being afraid to even ask questions like that. D'Angelo lost his life. I want to tell you two brothers, both of you guys, hey, we need to start getting checked early. This cancer's out here kicking niggas' ass. What did you think, Angry Man, when you heard about our D'Angelo gone?
I thought it was messed up, but the last time that I actually saw him in the media, it looked like something was going on. It looked like something was going on with him. So it's really unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but I make sure I go get checked out and all of that stuff, because that's, like you said, that's one thing that brothers are lacking. I got my chart. I go get my levels checked all the time. You know what I mean?
And we need to encourage more brothers to do it. Same thing happened with Chadwick Boseman. Remember, I was talking earlier on the show, and I said AIDS and cancer act just alike. We've gotten numb to people having cancer, but yet we'll sit up there and dog a motherfucker for having AIDS. We dogged Chadwick Boseman, knew he had AIDS. Look how skinny he getting. He got AIDS. And he had cancer. Looked the exact same. But then we had cancer, like, oh, shit, it's just cancer. But cancer is taking people out. AIDS has just got niggas having to take a pill every week. Why is it seem like we're not serious about cancer?
Well, man, I think it's just medical understanding overall, man. Again, like I said, I no bullshit, bro. I can remember that I can count on both my hands the times I went to the doctor as a kid, and most of them was like emergency room. I broke my arm, I had to get stitches, some shit like that, so on and so forth. So it's not even embedded in us in early childhood. So and then you compound that with you a man, you can take it, you're a man, get over it, man, you got to work and all this other shit. So I just think it's compounded things, man. Unfortunately, like you said, it was definitely something to where I was looking at that. We talked about this because hell, it was a bunch of YouTubers. Angry Man, David Carroll, David Carroll, Kevin Samuels, Kevin Samuels. It was somebody else too, wasn't it?
Alan Roger Curry.
Yeah, Alan Roger Curry. Yeah, so those three gentlemen didn't even make it to 60 years old, man. And it's just like, hey, partially I'm with it. I'm just believing when it's your time type shit. I don't think it's anything you can do to prevent or, what I'm saying, make it earlier or make it later. But at the same time, definitely, like I said, the cancer thing, I think is a lot of times is you catch it too late, right?
Yes.
So if you do catch it too late and it's too far progressed, there's nothing you can do. But I definitely think we need to do more with our health and not just going to the doctor, but put down the motherfucking hog maws, pig feet, and chitlins.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, and to the person that just said something about a prostate exam, they don't even do the exam the same way they used to. They don't even do that. So for you brothers out there that's worried about them sticking their finger in your butt, they don't do that no more. They have other methods now. They do ultrasounds and stuff to check and make sure that your prostate isn't swollen.
Which thank God, man. Listen, I just got my you pee or they do like a blood reaction test.
Yeah,
pee, urine, or blood, one or two, right?
Yeah,
I had to get mine. You usually get it around.
They talked about him. We skipped him.
Well, I mean, I think they skipped him for a reason, but yeah, him too.
Yeah.
He talks shit about me. I was just pointing out that he did it. The nigga talks shit about me.
They don't know why but I don't know if they know why he died, but he was hella young. I only think he was 50. He was definitely in his 40s, if that. So he was super young too.
I think he just might have been on the heavy side though, wasn't he?
Well, he was kinda. You see it in his face, but he was tall. He was a tall dude, so he wasn't too heavy. He wasn't too big, but
I thought he was in his 30s.
Yeah, he was young.
He was 30. No, I don't think he was.
Been right if he.
Well, no. When did this happen? When did he die? Was it 2020 or after?
Around 2020. Somebody tell anybody in the comment section.
Well, no, if it's 2020, you're right then. If it's 2020, you're right, because I think me and him was close to age, very, very close to age. Because I'm 40, I'll be 42 now. So yeah,
he might to this day have been like in his late 30s. If it was
so late, that's about right then.
38.
Yeah, so that's right. Yeah, that's right then.
Yeah, he was in his 30s.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured it could have been on young cat. They said it was 2022 when he passed away. But yeah, I just thought it would be, you know, honorable mention. I ain't got no love lost for the fella, and I ain't gonna sit up here and pretend that I do. But yeah, it's just black men and what we eat. That ain't talked about at all. And
Not
it
at
is
all.
what is the number one contributor, isn't it, to the heart disease?
Heart disease.
Well,
Outside of violence,
you gotta
heart disease.
you gotta think it's it's culture. I was having this conversation the other day, and somebody in my chat room said, Angry Man, why you always going in on the boomers? I said, because the boomers didn't look out for us. And they was like, yeah, they did. And I was like, bro, they fed us sugar water with dye. We was drinking sugar water with dye in it. That's Kool-Aid. Meanwhile, white kids is drinking juice, actual juice. You remember when Dave Chappelle made that joke about how he went to the white kid's house and they had juice?
That purple stuff.
Give me that purple stuff. I want that purple stuff.
Y'all
shit ain't got no vitamins in it.
Give me that purple stuff.
They got no vitamins in it, and you got to think also as black people, we eat a lot of fried stuff. We eat there's a bunch of shit we eat.
Listen, man. Tommy probably know. Tommy, you know what rutabagas are, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you ever ate rutabagas for 7 days a week and 7 days straight?
No.
Bruh, I hate, bro. You put a rutabaga in front of me, I'm up in the pole. I can't fuck that shit, bro. I don't even, just because, like I said, the way we were raised, you know what I'm saying, I would be at my grandma's house a lot because my mom worked, you know, we go to her house at the school. Every morning my grandma had bacon, fried hard. I hate bacon to this day. That shit was, you put it on the plate, it cracked and fall apart into pieces. she fried chicken, she fried pork chops, she fried steak. Nigga, when the only way I'm not 400 pounds, bro, is that, you know what I'm saying, I work out, I play ball, and so on and so forth. But I strictly stay away from all that shit, bro, because I had no, you don't like that? You don't like real food? No, nigga, I don't like kill food, nigga. I'm good.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. Let's get some feminine energy in here. We got Miss Melanin Legacy in here. What's going on, young lady?
Hi, Tommy. Hi, Fantastic. Hi, Angry Man.
Look at that, just sounding all soft. I got to ask you, I know, I don't know how much you know about him, but he used to get the ladies moist. He did. And he gone now. And a lot of brothers are dying really early, and cancer is pervasive. O.J. Simpson died of cancer. There's a lot of cancer killing a lot of brothers. You seem to be a pick-me of black men. Do me a favor. Tell me, what would you like to, because you got to have uncles, cousins, brothers, men that you care about. Is this something that you watch and think, maybe we need to prod these brothers into going to get prodded a little bit more?
Yes, of course, as well as the diets. I think the women in your life should be making sure that you're putting the correct things in your body. Whether it's someone close to me or not, if I see you with an energy drink, I'm going to tell you shouldn't be drinking that. You're putting too much pepper and salt on items, I'm going to tell you to put it down. So it's just very important to us as women that we nurture and protect you guys, whether you're close to us or not.
Why do you think, from the men you know, why do you think it's so difficult for us to go get help? And why do you think that women tend to not tell us?
Well, women, I don't think the women are telling the black men to go do this because they don't care enough about the black men to want to, take that, what they call an extra mile should be a standard. And then, I'm sorry, what was the other question?
Why don't the men feel like we talk about a lot of things. We don't have no panel where we get together and tell each other what to do for our mental and physical health.
I think Mr. Fantastic hit it on the head when he was saying growing up, this isn't something that was built in us. So it's almost like you have to unlearn and learn again what you should be doing. So we can always change it and make it better. It takes moments like this to make it happen.
Well, that's why I wanted to lead the show off like this, but I also didn't want to have this be the only time we talk about this, because I want it to be something that it's important, and we also believe it's impressive to be able to discuss what men go through mentally and physically, and not be called no punk like the woman posted in the comment section, a lot of men were thinking that, well, I'm not going to get no prostate exam. Nigga sticking his finger in my ass. I'll be gay if I do this. It's these kind of things that I think keep us from getting a lot of help. That's why when y'all hear these stories of these black men, even the ones that are hanging themselves and killing themselves, people are surprised that it happened. We don't do that. That's the problem, that we say what we don't do, and we never get help when you're going through that or start feeling that. If you're feeling something, you can't get help because they say, well, black men don't do this. I remember growing up, and I was told that all us getting any kind of psychotherapy, well, that's for white folks. We don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
That becomes a difficult mission to change the mindset of, as Mr. Fantastic said, you're a man, get over that shit. We bring in a special guest of mine on the way over from over in Europe. The fat man himself. What's going on, Mr. Fatty? What's happening with you?
The people champ. Thank you very much.
I don't have no music or intro music. I ain't good at doing all that stuff, but I would give you one. I want to welcome you to the show for the first time on the panel show. Let me ask you, is Europe different? Do y'all treat the men different? Are the men having the same problem, or are they more likely to go and get checked? And doctor visits for men is a common thing.
This is a common. I think I have an echo or something like that. It's a common thing, even between people our age. It's kind of a taboo to, like, you feel something, you wait until it's not leaking anymore. Oh, not leaking. I'm not going to the doctor. So I think it's a man thing. Yeah, I think it's a man thing. Is you don't want to go to the doctor because you don't want them to see your shit. That's all. So it's the same thing, especially between African men. African men will only go to the hospital if they break their neck. It's not, they'll walk it out.
Arm got to be falling off. My granddad was like that. He literally died. And when he finally died, they got there and the doctor said, we can't do anything about him. He should have been here a long damn time ago. And it was a simple fix. Simply because he wouldn't go, it got so bad, they could do nothing for him. And that is crazy damn thought. How you been though, brother? How you been? I know it's been a while since we talked. What's been going on with you?
I'm being sick, and I was like 3 minutes away from keeping you company on Rumble, but I guess we are safe now.
Oh, they were trying to kick you off.
They were trying to get me out of here, but I did like a Kobe, and we kind of like stabilized everything. So now we're good to go. But that was close.
Good deal. Good deal. They don't need to be kicking people off of any of this stuff. Freedom of speech has to be something, and it's got to mean something, I'm assuming. And it's got to mean that when you got a stogie in your hand while you are getting ready to go live, that you got to be relationship rehab. What up, bro?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I see you smoking and you're ready. What have been your thoughts? What would you like to? I just want to dedicate this first beginning of the show. What can we say to black men? What would you like to say to black men if you had their ear right now? What would you like to say to them after we done lost D'Angelo?
Yeah, I would say, man, we got to be motivated. I mean, because I was one of these guys, and what motivated me was the reality of, during COVID and me not taking care of myself. It motivated me to say, man, at the very least, I'm not going to let my family spend this insurance money. So I got to get in shape. I'm not giving it to them. That should be motivation in itself. They're not getting this check to live their life and to celebrate on my death.
Hell no. The same thing. No. You gonna be fucking this other nigga on vacation in Aruba with my with the money from my death. Hell no, bitch.
Exactly. But I want that motherfucker to not be operational no more. Like, yeah, well, ain't no point.
That's why I canceled all my insurances. Yep.
You canceled yours, huh? You said, no, I'm done.
When I die, all a bitch gonna get is a bill from all the people I
But I would say,
you thought you were gonna get some money, they give you a bill, bitch.
That's right.
Read my will and say, you gonna have to pay for the car, you gonna have to pay for the house. They gonna get it out like that. That's what I want to happen. You got an echo in your Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's the right mic, maybe.
Hold on. Let me see. Could be on that.
Got that intrusive mic.
You got the wrong mic on.
Yeah, you got the wrong mic on.
Or I got that webcam mic on.
Yep. I'm gonna try to
get. Yeah, let me switch it. Hang on 1 second.
While you doing that, I'm gonna bring in a young lady, and I'm gonna try to bring all y'all in. I'm gonna rotate y'all in because there's a lot of people back there waiting. So I'm gonna try to get y'all in. I know I'm trying to let it be. Amy, how's it going? Amy looking back. Hopefully a killer's not back there. Hopefully there's not a murder about to happen.
No, that's Reginald. How you doing? He was looking for something for me. Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the show. You have a young man. Tell us about what you'd like to be able to say if you had something to say to Black men.
I do. I have 2 Black sons that I'm currently raising, and we just had this conversation the other day because they've been in the doctor since 6 months. They've never missed an appointment. He'll be 19 on the 23rd. He just left the doctor last week. Every 6 months they go to the doctor, and I embedded that into him as a child. Growing up, it's very important to stay in the doctor. I stay in the doctor. I go every 3 months. It's just lifestyle. It's just like Mr. Fantastic, I believe, said, it has to be embedded in us. My mom and dad had me in the doctor. So, it's basically like we have to just start pushing the agenda, I feel like, to more women, if they're with their husbands or boyfriends or with sons, nephews, about how important it is, because of what is the life expectancy for a Black male? 65, 67? That's ridiculous.
Oh, thank you.
That's ridiculous because, and I don't mean to put it out there, and Daddy don't be mad at me. My daddy's a veteran. He's of the military. He's battling prostate cancer right now, and he's in the doctor. He goes to VA, and then luckily they caught it in time. So, it's very imperative that we as parents, especially single mothers, keep our children in the dentist every 6 months. Keep our children in the doctors every 6 months. It's called a wellness check.
And get them used to it. Therefore, when they become adults,
right,
they're like used to that. Like how Mr. Fantastic said, when you grew up like us, then nobody took us nowhere. If it wasn't broke, we didn't, especially boys, they didn't take us nowhere.
Right. Like
he was Robitussin.
Yes. And they would rub it on the injury.
Yeah.
So I basically told Reginald, he knows it's embedded in him, just like I embedded a lot of things in him. You go to that doctor, you're gonna go off, you're gonna get married. I'm not gonna be here forever, but I at least know I instilled the most important values in him. Go to that doctor. I don't care, every 6 months, at least twice a year is what I say for a male, in my opinion.
Yeah. Thank you so much for saying that, because that is very true. That we start off as parents, you kind of work kids into habit, into routine. And that is a great routine, especially to have your boys used to saying, man, I ain't scared of no doctor, because I'm telling you, I grew up like, you don't go to that doctor. And matter of fact, in the South, one of the sayings they used to have is, you was all right until you went to that damn doctor. Get to the doctor, they're going to tell you something wrong. Am I lying, Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
Man, these old folks will tell you the doctor trying to kill them. They trying to kill me.
They'll have you terrified to go to the doctor.
See, I'm telling you, I didn't go to the doctor, and I didn't see it. I used to remember I watched them white kids. Every day it was some white kid was going out of school, going to the damn dentist. I didn't see no niggas leave. Niggas was just sitting in there. We didn't go to the dentist. Hell, when I was little, I used to think the dentist was a menace.
That's great.
That's the menace. Now let me see if I can, let me see if I can bring. I want to get all you lot of ladies in. I want to even a number out. I know I've seen people jump themselves out and bring people in. I really love to be able to do that. But I'm a moderator. Let's bring in Miss Lyric Speaks. Miss Lyric Speaks. Talk to me a little bit if you can. I know what you do for a living and what has happened to you personally. That ain't nothing I want to get into, but I know that you have a dog in this fight as well. What would you like to say to Black men?
Well, hello everyone. And I think that everyone just said awesome things and very true things. I think that it is definitely, Mr. Fantastic hit it on the head when he said that, just things not being taught. And with me, I see the very end of things. I see people's, over enlarged hearts, over enlarged prostates, messed up organs, especially with crystallized fat in it from eating like all the wrong foods, just terrible states. And I do see a lot of males passing away in all races faster than women. So I think that, if I could speak to the men, it would definitely be to say that even if it wasn't something that you were taught or grown up with, to get in the habit of it now, because even water in our lives is not important. We have become so accustomed to, having sugars, and those sugars going all the way to the brain and causing fatty cells that we don't even realize that they're causing and interrupting our thoughts. And then we couple that with alcohol. Great job, Mr. Fantastic, on that jug of water. And then we couple that with, you know, uh, other bad things for us, and then non-exercise, and all these mess with our way of thinking, how our brain reacts, how we react to things. They even mess up hormones and emotions. So I would just say definitely go and get checked out. My youngest son turned 26 today, and I am constantly, embedding in them. If you have issues, if you need to talk about something, it was always instilled to them to, go see a doctor, because we as parents, we don't know everything. And that is what they went to school for, that they're there to help. So we just need to start just debunking all the myths that Black people aren't supposed to go to the doctors, Black people aren't supposed to see psychiatrists, we're not supposed to talk things out. Tommy, I can say that, you kind of know me, and I'm a huge talker. I want to talk about everything. Let's get it out, because we need to talk. So definitely see about your health. And I love what the one young lady said. Let's stop, having our men die young, because we do need you guys. So, yeah.
Yeah, that made my day. And I think I don't know if you are in like the Guinness Book of World Records or something, but that's got to be amazing that you had a child at 6.
Tommy, go ahead. Like everybody in the show.
You look young. You don't look old enough to have no child at that age.
26. Yeah, he's my youngest.
Impressive. That is that is impressive. That is really impressive.
Thank
Now
you.
I look like I could have a child be like 40 or something. I'm sick of you, angry man. None of these jokes. You supposed to say, "No, bro, don't be putting yourself down like that." Angry man, that'd be like, "Yeah, I was thinking the same thing." That's bullshit.
I was not thinking that. I promise you I wouldn't.
Every time you come in here, what's up, son? Son says, Lyric, tell Tommy to stop drinking all of those shots. Don't drink liquor, drink water. While he keeps sending me $50 to drink shots. he literally keeps sending me $50 to take shots. My girl is back in the building. Ashley, what's going on?
What's up, Tommy? Thank you for having me, man. Thank you.
Thank you for coming back. This is a real important topic, but I do want to ask you. I know you got some males that you give a shit about somewhere out there, and they are melanated. What would you like to say to them about this? Because we never talk about this shit. We talk about all kinds of stupid shit. The police, the motherfucking president. We talk about everything that's out of our control, but we never talk about these things that we could control. And our health is something we are in the first line of defense on. It's your health, nobody else's.
Yeah, well, on the physical side, like my mom was a nurse, so I know the importance of like going to the doctor for checkups, things like that. But I was talking to Tommy earlier today. I lost like two
You
members
did.
of my family. My younger brother and my cousin. They were like in their 20s, to mental health issues, depression, things like that, which I don't think we were equipped for in my family. And I have regrets about that. Seeing my mom have to go through that, seeing my aunt have to go through that. Just check on one another, you know? It's like what the ladies were saying, like, you know, we all have our role. And I think for women, like, to be that soft spot in men's lives, to like stare them to do you know, certain things. I think they need that, and I think they appreciate it. And I think shows like this, with all you guys who have so much love for each other, you know, these are good panel shows right here. You know what I mean? This is the solid ones, you know. I see Tommy go on other shows and it's all the bullshit and the rah-rah, and you know, everybody's just hating on him because he's telling the truth. But these are the ones that matter. And I'm just really honored to be a part of it and talk with all of you, and you know, love each other, you know.
Mm-hmm. And I really do appreciate that text you sent me earlier. It came out of nowhere. And a lot of times we don't realize that just saying something, I've been saying this, just saying something can keep somebody from taking their own life. If you just say something that they might have thought no one feels that way about them or no one cared. And for you to be that open and say, I'm sending this to you because I don't think I was in the right mental place, or even think that it would be of value when I lost someone else. And maybe if I had reached out to them, and I won't let it happen again.
Absolutely. It won't be in their deaths, hopefully, you know, because you got to learn, you know, and do better. And I want to do better. And anytime I see somebody down that I care about, like, what's saying something nice to them, saying something to uplift them, it's free. I mean, it takes 2 seconds. Like, what's the harm? I should have did it for my brother. I should have did it for my cousin. You know what I mean? And you don't want to live with that shit. Trust me, you know, so.
I've been there, and it's almost like you feel like, well, what? Maybe it wasn't my turn. Maybe it wasn't my space. Maybe it wasn't my place to say anything, or
right.
Maybe they didn't hear it. So you just don't. And then, like you said, now I'm regretting that which I wanted to say to you, you might have actually wanted to hear.
Yeah.
So. And it happened to me with 2 people in my family, and both of them, like you said, they're both males, and they both took their own life. They were dealing with whatever issues, and I think that most of them, I know how they feel now, because a lot of times I will feel completely alone, and who can I tell my problem to? And sometimes life feels like it's fucking overwhelming. You like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And so it meant a lot when you hit me up, and I'm glad that you're here. And I know you say you don't like the fuck shit. Hopefully this will not be.
I love the fuck shit.
Not be all fuck shit. But we have an important topic on the table, and I'm glad that we got it mixed up now, women and men, and all the people in the back. I am going to bring you guys in as well. We're going to rotate it, but we did need this in the early part, so that's why I let this go. Now, the topic I have, it says black women join the white man in becoming the greatest enemy to black men. Now, there are certain things that I've seen out there, ladies and gentlemen, that seem like these women are really out of line. The black men, they say, even though you was a crack fiend mama, you always was a black queen mama. I want y'all to take a look at this.
On the charges, he is ordered held without bond, pending indictment and grand jury. All right. I love you, Bubba. I love you.
Your Honor, his new court date is going to be February.
An emotional day in court for a 16-year-old charged with first-degree murder and the victim's family. Police arrested and charged Sean Simpson on Tuesday in connection to a deadly shooting over the weekend in Gastonia. The victim's family says they're happy their loved one's alleged killer is behind bars, but now 2 families are dealing with the loss of 2 lives. For the first time, the family of Zaquavius Dawkins came face to face with the teen charged with his murder.
It's affected everybody, even the neighborhood that he lives in.
Police charged Sean Simpson with first-degree murder after they say he shot and killed Dawkins on Sunday. Dawkins was walking to a store on North Chester Street to pick up items for his disabled mother when it happened.
He was sweet. He was kind. He would do anything for anybody. I mean, all you have to do is just say, Tank, will you go do this? Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Family members say the 2 got into an altercation last year that they thought had been resolved.
For him to not be here today, we're all heartbroken. We're heartbroken.
During his hearing on Wednesday, Simpson became emotional while the judge read his charges and appointed him a capital defender.
I love you, Mama. I love you.
Dawkins' family says this is a painful reminder of the lasting impact youth violence has on a community.
You're out here doing big boy things, and this is what's going to happen. You got to suffer the consequences.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we see this, and I thought I would put it up there for my own reason. Going back to black women. But I will go to you, Angry Man, because you shaking your head and just disgust. What do you think about when you saw what you saw?
Which kid was named Zaquavius?
The one that got killed.
Sweet Jesus.
But that was a topic I'm going to broach, so you can go there if you like.
I'm not, because he lost his life, so I ain't gonna go there. But you know, it's crazy because ain't no need of crying in court. Like, there ain't no need of crying now. Like, you wanted to be a YN and spin the block on the ops. I mean, you want to know what's interesting to me? Whenever, like in the 90s, whenever Gen X dudes got convicted, you know what I'm saying? They took it on the chin. Like, you know what? I'm gonna have to do this time because I did it. But nowadays, I notice these younger cats, they be boo-hooing in the courtroom. And I'm like, bruh, if you wasn't built like that, what was you doing?
Doing that.
Yeah, what was you doing out there doing that? It just lets me know that for the younger cats, it's more of a game to them. It's not even something real, because the way they're reacting when they get convicted, like, what did you think was going to happen when them people got you in the courtroom?
I'm with you. Now, I'm going to couple it with something else before I let everybody else talk. I'm going to couple it with this.
You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. I need my license plate back on my car. I have 6 days. You're not supposed to do that. You racist ass.
If you don't get back in your car, you're going to get arrested. If you're going to get back in your car, get back in your car. Get back in the car.
I'm a license, bitch. What's wrong with you? Get the f out my face. I slap your ass. Get the f out my face. Don't touch me. Freedom of speech, bitch. Get the f out my face.
Now, this woman did all that. This woman did all that, Angry Man. She did all of that in front of her 2 children who were sitting in the back seat of the car. She told the cop, I will shoot your ass. And then at the end of the video said, I didn't do anything wrong. I just said I was going to shoot you. That's not a crime. I didn't actually shoot you, is what she told the police officer. Now, the reason I paired those 2 together, and this is why I'm going to let everybody jump in on it, but I'm going to go back to you to let you finish your thought. The reason I paired them together is, see, the boy said he did what he did for his mama. And he kept hollering, I love my mama. My mama, my mama, my mama. And I remember being to my mama's boy. I was. Stood in front of a gun while my mama was fighting one of the niggas she was dating. Stood in front of the gun. I was little because I was going to stop him from shooting my mom. Mind you, the mother, and I've always said that black women are the main causes of violence in the black community. Those 2 kids in the background heard their mother say they were going to shoot a cop because her tag was suspended. Hers. This was normal that they go to, in my opinion, violence to solve a problem. I remember getting the shit beat out of me by a bunch of women as a child. With no man around, it's a bunch of women. And they would find whatever the fuck they beat you with a whole tree. They beat you with, we used to get beat by a Six Flags over Georgia paddle. I am not lying, a rowboat paddle. They would beat us with this thing. Do you think that a part of why I say that they're the enemy to black progress is that black women, many of them say, they took this violent mentality to save their children, so they would beat them, and they also believe that their children should love them regardless of what they were, because, well, I'm your mama and I'm black.
Well, it's a contradiction, because they don't have no problem whooping somebody's ass for doing something wrong, but they don't want nobody whooping their ass when they do something wrong. They think they supposed to do whatever they want to do, and ain't nobody supposed to touch them. And I said this a while back. One of the mentalities we have in the black community that is the dumbest shit in the world is teaching little girls that nobody can put their hands on you for no circumstances. That is the dumbest shit to teach someone, because it makes people think they can put their hands on people and nothing happened. Like how she stood there and told the cop, don't touch me. He the police. If he getting ready to arrest you, he can touch you. And it's really goofy, because if that was a brother, he would have tased the shit out of his ass.
He'd have shot him when he said he gonna shoot him.
He would have lit his ass up. Matter of fact, if he would have said, I'm gonna shoot you, that gun would have came out so quick.
Especially walking back to his car after he said it.
Yeah. And walk back to the car. Like, how you gonna tell somebody you gonna shoot somebody? Yeah. Nah.
I think you are wrong. Like, I was against her until she said freedom of speech. Now I'm in favor. Before she said freedom of speech. I was like, oh, okay. Now I understand what's going on. But I just want to point it out, because my job is not to talk about women that are not mine. I'm a princess, man can touch me is a Western thing. Like,
so y'all don't have
we know that.
Huh?
Y'all don't have this issue.
Oh, absolutely. The white girls put their like all. This is like most men that deal with women on the West have their ads put on them by a woman, and they're not expecting you to eat back at all. And like a woman will be Pikachu surprised, like with the Pikachu face looking at you after she puts her hand on you when you retaliate. She'll be like, "Oh, how can you do that? What?" Because they are not expecting retaliation, and white women are very known for actually think that nothing happened to them. I don't talk about Black American women because I don't date them, but I think it's widespread. Like feminism really made the woman think that they can touch people without getting checked back. So
yeah, and
freedom of speech.
There's a video that was on X, right, where this woman hauled off and slapped this guy. It sounded like they were Russian because they was in this bar.
Yeah.
She hauled off and slapped this guy, and he slapped the holy hell out of her. He slapped her so hard, like she stood up and leaned on the bar like nothing had happened, like she had reevaluated her whole life.
Oh no, he rebooted her program. You know how sometimes you gotta just reboot the whole thing, that Control Alt Delete. He did that. And when he reset, it had Windows 11 on that motherfucker.
He went into that task manager and ended her program. That's what the fuck he did.
My whole life flashed before our eyes.
But can I ask a question?
Jesus Christ.
Is that a man's fault? Because we men kind of raise our kids in a way where, oh, you don't even touch a woman with a flower or something like that. Like, who is convincing these women that they shouldn't get nothing happen to them? Like, is it the men that are raising them, or is the other women that are selling them this?
Well, they're not being raised by men, so it's got to be the women.
That's it.
That's what it is. So, and the women, and they see the women be violent with men also. I posted a video on Twitter that went viral where these dudes getting their ass whooped. These young niggas. Okay, again, man, this is what happened. This is why you never let a woman maintain you, right? So these dudes that's fucking for a place to stay, right? They got to put up with whatever they get. And there's another video going around now of a girl on a train. I just seen this in the daytime. I don't know if you've seen it, but she cussing a nigga out, putting hands on some random nigga, bullying the whole Debo in the whole fucking train, bro. And y'all forgot one of the most infamous slaps of all time. I can't believe. Well, for one, Tommy, I know you remember this one
with the 8-ball jacket.
8-ball jacket guy.
That nigga's a hero. That nigga's a hero.
That slap, that motherfucking slap came from Back to the Future, nigga. Past, present, the future. But now 8-ball jacket guy, and then Tommy, I don't know if you remember this. It wasn't a slap, but remember the McDonald's guy, Raynard something, Raynard. Bro, that shit was hilarious, bro. Listen.
This nigga was a hero. They got mad at me because I said him. And you remember the other one, Skeeter Mills.
Oh,
Skeeter Mills.
Skateboard guy, right?
Skeeter Mills, bitch. Right.
And we can't forget the bus driver uppercut
listen,
with that Shahrukh he gave her ass. You going to jail now?
Hey, but
with the bus driver.
That bitch
with
took
the bus driver.
That man was
show. She came on my show and was acting the same.
I remember that.
She was acting the same way.
Jesus Christ.
Like
And she knew better. She knew better than that. First of all, that man was older, and you gonna first of all, he older, and you spit on him.
That's
like
while he was driving, and she hit him too. I think she spit on him and hit him while he was driving.
Yeah,
he accepted the hit. Let me tell you something about Southern people. We'll accept the hit a few times, but it's one thing in the South we feel is like worse than anything else: spitting.
Spitting on somebody.
You die with that.
Let me tell you something. When she spit on him, he had a Jim Crow flashback.
Remember, he put the bus in park right then.
Yeah.
Hey, instantly. You're going to jail now. He was talking to himself. He wasn't even talking to nobody else. He was talking to himself. He's like, fuck it. It's over with. Let's get to it.
Talking to her, he was talking to himself.
That bitch, hey, hit her with the best Ryu uppercut in real life ever, nigga.
He had that shot. You can, boy. You can.
Hey, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to myself. I'm going.
I'm fuck it. Bitch, hey, I'm putting all the civil rights behind this uppercut, bitch. You're gonna eat all this shit.
And see, my thing with the whole with the way our community operates, it's like, yeah, we get it. You don't want dudes beating women up, but these women got to learn how to keep their hands to themselves. They can't just be randomly slapping dudes. And I be seeing chicks straight punking dudes on videos. They be up in their face. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Be like, bruh, haul up and slap him.
I don't believe in hitting women.
My bad. Well, I don't think that like all the lesbians that be on the force, this is the time that the women should be on the force bodying bitches, don't you think?
Oh yeah, I keep me a burly bulldagger on payroll.
He said a burly bulldagger.
Like, don't worry about me. You got to worry about her. I call her baby. Hey, it's gonna be a long day.
And also angry man. I heard you say the reactions of the 16-year-old in court, but did you see the reaction of his mom? She was stone cold, dude. She didn't even blink. It was crazy. She was just like, "Oh, he's going to jail. All right, well."
Of course not.
Think about that.
You don't.
I think there was a time.
Here's the thing. If a woman, whenever a woman raises one of these dudes to move and operate like that, they don't give a shit about that boy. They don't care about that boy. I'm telling you right now, they don't give a shit. If anything, they're like, well, he shouldn't have did it. His ass need to learn a lesson. But they're giving him life, ma'am. Well, he gonna learn for life. They don't care.
Yeah, but are you saying to some of these? I'm gonna let you jump back in. I just gotta say, Anger Man, are you saying that to some of these women, these children are collateral damage?
Yes. Yes. The only way she's gonna love that boy unconditionally is if he get drafted. If he get drafted to the NFL or the NBA, or he get a deal as a rapper, she gonna love him to death. Or if he become a pop, you see that situation with I Show Speed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She asked him for money live after she kicked him off the house. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
If she would have had her way, he would have never been I Show Speed, because she was shutting him down left and right when he was doing his little streams and stuff.
Think about Terrence Crawford. Think about Terrence Crawford and when he was young, also. And hi to everybody. I'm sorry, I'm a little late.
What's going on?
But
what's up?
Much. Think about Terrence Crawford and his mother. The way she used to, I think she used to pay for the kids. She paid to come miss one.
Hire bitches to beat up.
Yep.
Pay the whole neighborhood. She said it was a gauntlet. He had to go through a gauntlet. Hey, I paid you $20, $10 to beat as if you can whoop him, and nobody could whoop him. And she was a proud of that shit, bro. So
yeah.
So, but this
I think this has come back from.
Go ahead.
Bro.
No, you didn't talk. Go ahead.
I think that this is just some behavior that we had in our culture years ago, and it's got perverted over time. Because there was a time when, the whole point of just being hard on our children is because we had the idea, during slavery, Jim Crow, whatever the case may be, we wanted to be the ones to correct our children because we didn't want them to get corrected out in the world by the white man at a time. And I think that over the years and over the generations that occurred, because we lost things like the father, who is the governor and the equalizer in the home, I think that behavior got perverted. So
but remember, when fathers were in the home, they were hard on their sons. They didn't beat their sons.
Yes, that's what
their sons how to navigate the world they were going into. Because one of the worst ways to teach somebody how to navigate the world they're going into is beating them.
Yes. And that was part of the behavior of just correcting slaves. That's how you did a slave. You whooped the slave into submission. And fathers, we don't have to do that. We can show our strength. We can show our masculinity, and we can show that, hey, boy, this you out of line, and this is what you need to do. And with the separation of the family, with fathers being out of the home, mothers went to that slavery mentality, and they tried to beat whatever it was into them or out of them. And over the years, because there's been no correction of that behavior in our culture, we always talked about in the 80s and the 90s on how we got our ass whooped with everything from switches outside from the South, racetracks from Hot Wheels, whatever was by extension cords, yardsticks, whatever the case may be. We got our ass whooped with anything, and it was okayed in our culture and in our community because that's what we thought was the right thing to do. And it's gotten so perverted now to where you can do anything to a black boy and nobody's gonna bat an eye. A mother can whoop her kid with a fucking ironing cord. She can beat him with a cat of nine tails, and nobody's gonna say anything about it. And that's the problem today. So they don't care what happens to these young black boys because they're more concerned about themselves and their own well-beings because they're so selfish in that regard, to where these boys can go to jail, like you said, for life. And it's just a thing where she just, like that story you did, Tommy, years ago about that woman who had 5 kids, 5 sons, and they all died in the hood, and she never fucking thought to move from out of there. It's like,
never left.
Why would you stay after
that was
each
Doug's
one?
mom, right? That was Doug's mom?
No.
No.
She lost 5. She had 10. She lost 50% of hers. She had like Shaq percentage at saving her children.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Some kids actually need some ass whooping so they can actually do better. This is not a black or white. Actually, this is not a black American thing. African parents are very known for putting their hands on kids and belts. Brazilian, Asian, like this is regular. You go to the Eastern Europe, like kids always been raised like this, and it kind of worked because everybody was like, this kind of hurt. I don't want to get the belt again.
Yeah,
I disagree.
Now it's the opposite.
I disagree as well, and I'm a mother. I disagree.
This is not about agreeing or disagreeing. It's about results, right? We went from an era where your teacher could slap you because you did something bad, and now if the teacher does this, you go into jail, and there's a many riot, and the teacher gets fired.
I never had to put my hands on my son.
It depends on.
But that's the point. The world doesn't like I'm
revolve
around. It doesn't revolve around your belly button. There's some kids that the only thing that saved them from hospital, jail, or the cemetery was a man putting their hands on them.
If that was true, Fatty, if that was true, then we wouldn't have the crime rate that we have now.
Well, no,
we still have the crime rate that we have now.
No, we have the crime rate we have now because a lot of these mothers just raising these boys, they're tuning them out. They're not really disciplining them.
They're not doing nothing.
They're not supposed to be raising them. They're supposed to be with their father.
Yes,
I gotta let Melanie.
Discipline isn't just spanking.
Melanie
right?
has not spoken yet. I gotta let her say what she was saying because that's important. Please say it.
They're not supposed to be raising them. They're supposed to be with their father. All this woman spanking and whooping on the boy child, he's supposed to be with his father. You're not even you're destroying the image of the black woman for the black son when you're constantly trying to beat on him like that. He should be with his father.
Well, that's another part of it. But when it comes to the discipline of a child, what I learned is it depends on the child, because there are some children that will respond to getting swatted. Like if you spank them, they'll learn their lesson and they won't do it again. But some kids are hard-headed and built different, and you can spank them all day, they're gonna keep doing it. But like one of my kids, you could give him a spanking, he's still gonna do it. But if you, instead of giving him a spanking, if you put him in timeout, that's when he learned his lesson. Like when
But you as his father, you as the father knows his seed, is my point. Yeah. The mothers are not taking the time out to understand. They're just spanking. They're not taking the time out to know.
Spanking out of frustration.
It's not working. He needs a timeout. That's you as the leader, as a father.
Yeah. Most mothers are spanking or whooping a kid out of frustration and correction. Yes. Fathers, we discipline and we will spank, but we do it with an education. I've never whooped any of my kids without an explanation and without forewarning. That's a last result. So when they get that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I will say this, Brian, back to you. Women will whoop their kid on Friday about what they did on Tuesday, and the kid don't even fucking remember it now.
Yes, a woman will whoop their kid because she tired, then came home from work, and this the last straw now. So all the shit that you've been going through throughout the day is one thing, but now when you get home and the dishes ain't all the way washed, oh, that's just it. I got to whoop everybody's ass now, and fathers don't do that. So we will correct and we will teach and we will, like you said before, Angry Man, is discipline. We're not spanking our children out of anger. So the times I spank my kid, I ain't mad. I'm like, all right, well, this is what we got to do. This is what I got to do. I'm correcting behavior. I'm not just being frustrated and whooping ass because mama pissed the fuck off and y'all got me fucked up in this house. So I got to show y'all what the fuck time it is. Time to be fucking with this bitch.
It's about consequences.
Angry Man, isn't timeout a white person thing?
No.
I'm out, Tommy.
No, that's not. That's
called behavior correction.
Stop looking at good things as white things. We got to stop.
Look, here's the thing. Look, it's about consequences. Like one time, some of the people around me was critical of me because of a punishment I gave my son, right? So he was doing, I forgot what he was doing. He was doing something. And I said, you know what? Go ahead and give me your PS5. I mean, not PS5, it was PS4, I think. Like, go ahead and give me your PS4. And he said, like, he handed it to me. He said, you ain't gonna do nothing but keep it for a week.
Ooh.
And so I said, oh, word? So I took the PS5 and destroyed it. Like, destroyed it. Like, took a hammer to it and shit, right? And they was like,
tell him can't touch this?
Nah, I just busted it up. Look, and it was like, come on, man, that's a little extreme. I said, no, it's not.
Nah, that's not right.
That's when you know that Angry Man is
the next game he got, he bought it with the money from his own damn job. I wasn't gonna buy him another one. I said, oh, you want to be slick? Okay, cool.
Damn.
Another important part of it, again, shout out to Melanin. The point of the man, bro, is to be that buffer and that motherfucking equalizer for the boy. Once most boys hit puberty, their mom can't do nothing with them. So when the woman is beaten, she literally has to beat the boy to instill that fear in him. So when he becomes a man, he won't, you know what I'm saying? And I think we all had that. And I think like Melanin said it perfectly. That's why everything is so off kilter, because it's not a safe fear. Shout out to relationship rehab. The father usually, not always, but usually does it with measure. And whenever I whoop my kids, why did you get this whooping? Why are we here? How many times do I have to tell you? I gave you chance after chance after chance. It's never. Now, and I think we did correct in fixing this part of it. The first thing, whoop your ass. No, that's wrong. All right.
Yep.
You have to give a child a chance to be a child. But like what Angry Man said, every kid is not the same. Some kids, you're like, hey, I'm gonna beat your ass, and you never gotta tell them ever again. They straighten up. Some of them go fucking try you. Okay.
Yes.
Some of them go,
and we know that as men, and we step into that. Like, oh, I know you. You gonna try me? Come on, I got you.
Hey, Tommy, I think you covered this. I forget. It was a while back. This man told this story about him and his brother. They both ended up being criminals. I think one ended up dying, and so on and so forth. Man was a criminal man. Honestly, he said, my daddy would beat us. He would get us, and he would do what he had to do. But I see now that we had to do that. And had my mama not ran my daddy away and stopped my daddy from handling us the way he said his dad told their mom, they a part of me. They got me, them. So I know how I gotta handle them. And there's some kids, bro, that literally you have to, of course, not abuse. We're not justifying abuse. We're not saying that's cool or fine, but you have to be a lot more harsh on them and on top of them. And if you ever been in a supervisory situation, right? You supervise people, you understand that. There's some people that are fucking self-starters. You ain't got to tell them to do nothing. You ain't got to talk to them. And then some motherfuckers where you got to always be on the edge. Hey, bro, I asked you for this, whatever. Where you at on this? Excuses and shit. And I think a lot of that now we have this attitude where, why do I have to be on time? Time is a racist construct. What?
But see, Mr. Fantastic, you going into leadership now, which is a male trait. That's one of the things that's our wheelhouse. You're talking about leadership where you can identify gaps, you can identify behaviors, you can identify the differences in each other, and still your goal is to bring the best out of everyone. And doing it in different ways when need be. Most mothers, most women, when they're raising those kids, they're raising monsters and don't know it. They're raising those little kids to be whatever it is because they don't want to give them discipline because they're so busy doting on them. They're so busy trying to, take care. Oh, he's just so this. My wife always says about myself, he's so little. And that's how she looks at him. That's my baby. Yeah, I'm looking at this dude like, yeah, little nigga, I'm going to make sure you ain't shit nigga. And the things that I do and how I raise him, I'm pouring into him from that perspective. Your mama is your mama. However, I'm preparing you for the world. I'm preparing you for my legacy. So I'm coming from a whole different perspective of discipline, behavior training, and things like that, which is what men do because we understand what we're raising as opposed to just being in the moment and wanting to make this kid happy and dote on this kid and show him off and all those kinds of things.
Yeah, but a lot of like, I don't like the active thing conversation because this is what we all know. I like to talk about the proactive part that women don't see, right? It's like when we say men are protectors, and a woman says, when was the last time that you had to fight off a burglar? No, the fact that the man is there is going to save you a bunch of problems. The same thing with kids. You notice a kid like I noticed on my nephew, when the uncles are there, knows what to do, quiet, all that. It's just the mom, problems. The mom get a boyfriend, gets back on track, good grades. The boyfriend leaves, go back on some bullshit. The presence of a man just for itself for a kid is like a calming, appeasing thing for a kid because like this is universal in every culture. Wait until your dad gets home is the biggest deterrent that you can do for a kid. Wait until your dad gets home. Now everybody is on their P's and Q's and all that. I just want to say one thing real quick. I believe that y'all are being a little bit naive when it comes to the role of the man on these situations, right? First of all, you shouldn't eat a woman for the most part, even if she eats you back, because it's a trap. This woman wants you to eat them back. It's literally a trap. When they do some bullshit, if they cheat on you, if they know they're wrong, they want you to put your hands on her because now I can be a victim and I can say, look at what he did to me. A man usually is always a trap. And the second part is, I don't see women crashing out for their sisters and daughters. Men and brothers and dads are crashing out, are being crash dummies, and are literally going, oh, you did this to my baby? Let me go ahead and do something to you. I think men have a tremendous part when it comes to these women being spoiled because I was never afraid of the mama when something was going on with the family. I knew that dad and the brother was always calling me on some bullshit because she tell him a story and now they have to take care of that shit. So
if you a black man, when your sister call you because her and her boyfriend got into it, you supposed to know what kind of sister you got. You feel what I'm saying? Like you supposed to be like, okay, what did you do? What part did you play in this? Because I'm not gonna go fight this nigga because you just gonna end up right back with him, and I gotta talk to this nigga at the family reunion. Like we not
angry man, but angry man. You remember that boy at the beginning? What kind of boy was he? He knew what kind of mama he had, and yet he still was doing what he was doing because so many of us are told, as I've been told for 20 years since I've been doing YouTube, your mama black. They never asked me if my mama wasn't shit. They never asked me if my mama was abusive. They never asked me nothing. They said she's black. And then when you look at what Black China's mama said to Black China, it don't matter if I fuck the whole Roman legion. You supposed to always have respect for your mama. There's a belief you can never hit a woman, as Fatty said. And that's funny because Fatty, I talked about that in the show before. I said the same thing. A lot of them are pushing motherfuckers to hit them so they can be victims. This is a thing. Why do you think these women are talking to the cops the way they're talking to them? If they're afraid of the cops and cops are racist, why would you keep getting in their damn face? Because you know if they do something wrong, you just hit the lottery. So I asked Angry Man, what do you say, though, to those kids who are raised that mama is infallible? Sister is infallible. It's my sister. You put your hands on my sister. It don't matter if my sister was whatever.
When it comes to the girls, it's probably a bit different. But when it comes to the boys, the only thing you got to say to them is everybody gets a turn. If you're a male and you think your mama's infallible, everybody gets a turn. Sooner or later, it's gonna be your turn because you're gonna go from being her baby to that nigga in the house. You're gonna go from being her baby to that nigga laying on the couch. And once you become that nigga laying on the couch, she pretty much gonna treat you the same way she treat your daddy.
That look just like your daddy.
Yeah, especially if she look too much like your damn daddy that she can't stand.
You right, your damn daddy. Not just your daddy, your damn daddy.
Looking like your damn daddy.
Like that part's coming. You feel me? And for the girls, you have a different conversation with them because the girls got to understand when you in that type of situation with that type of mother, sooner or later you're gonna be her competition, and she's gonna be hating on you because you the younger version of her. So you know, in our community, when we looking at this situation with single mothers that act like that, they abuse the boys and the girls. It's just a different type of abuse.
Mm-hmm. Now, Mr. Fantastic wanted y'all to take a look at something, talking about this violence, because I keep on bringing up this violence because it seems like Black women are really comfortable with violence. I'm not trying to say this to offend anybody. I'm raising 2 little girls. The smaller one, which is the older one, wants nothing to do with violence. I've never had to whoop her. If I raise my voice too much, she breaks down and cries. I do think that a father's job is to know one of my kids is stupid. I'm gonna have to sit here with this motherfucker all night because he gonna make all F's. Like we know it. We know it. It's hard, but right, Mr. Fantastic. We know it. It's hard to admit, but we know this motherfucker's kind of slow. Mama don't be wanting to admit this motherfucker slow. He is. He's
my baby. He just needs a little more time.
Tommy, it's when they do stuff. It's when they do stuff, and you got this look on your face.
Yes.
Like, why would you do that?
Wait a minute. Like, why did you do that?
This ain't too embarrassing.
I hate them crayons. You eat them. What the fuck?
Yes, that's why. That's a little too far.
Hey. As far as being a Marine, that's what we do. So leave the crayons alone.
Yeah, kids don't understand.
That's what we do as Marines. We eat the crayons.
Marines, yeah. That's true. Jarheads. But no, so kids don't understand efficiency, man. You have to teach it to them. My son, I told him, put the bottles of water in the refrigerator, right? This little nigga was walking from the living room back to the kitchen to the living. I'm like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? I'm putting the water in the. Does that make sense? Is there an easier way to do it? I ask them that, and then you have to teach them to critically think and help them. Don't give them the answer, but lead them that way. And that goes back to what the relationship rehab said: fatherhood, leadership, training.
Yep.
I keep saying this. There are no more mothers. There are a whole bunch of birthers out here. These women are having these kids to motherfucking fund their motherfucking way of living. They get a kid, they get a free place to stay, they get free food to eat, or they get fucking extra money in their pocket. These women don't give a fuck about these kids, especially the first boy you showed. Hell, she don't give a damn about him because he probably 18 or close to it, and she won't get no money back from him no way.
So, Tommy, there was something I said in the back channel and whatnot, and it shows exactly what we've been talking about. There's one lady was yelling at whether it's a property manager, building
Yeah,
manager,
you
or
sent it
even
to me, but these. I thought if you looked over on Telegram, I said I can't use them because
okay.
the story and then this other nigga talking about the story, and then we gonna talk about after this nigga get done talking about the story. It'd be a long.
But no,
I'm a
I
dude
didn't see that
described as a
message.
dude, just as another
You can
dude.
find the original story. Just find the original story, and we can play
I'll
that
do that.
because it's a lot shorter without this nigga jumping in.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll try and find an original one. But just in that video, talking about that video, the 6-year-old was visibly scared of his mother, and then the mother got really jealous of the fact that he was actually taking a liking to the lady that was there or whatever. And what, you like her because she light skinned? Wait a minute, where did that even come from? How did that become a issue? So even more with all this repressed anger and taking it out on the kid. That's why I told Fatty earlier I disagree with what he said, because one thing is violence begets violence. Why do you think people don't have conflict resolution now? They were never taught it. Their mother never taught it. The mother just went straight to whooping their ass. And then think about it. I'm pretty sure everybody in here has had this happen. After your mother get done whooping your ass, you didn't calm down and wipe the snot out your nose. What did she say? You want something to eat? Well, guess what? We haven't even talked about the situation that just happened. You just put me through something that's traumatic,
Now,
and
let me
now
tell
I'm
you,
taking.
they usually
Yep.
say, Corey, they usually
Mhm.
say, shut up before I give you something to cry about. Bitch, you just that wasn't enough to cry about.
You're right. You're 100% right. So, but then we take that to adulthood. We take that to adulthood, like, shut up, motherfucker, before I give you something to fucking cry about. Or we gotta go to
Girl, that's
fisticuffs,
not a
right?
girl I was dating. I put that bitch in a crip lacrosse face and then told her, shut up, boy, I give you something to cry about. Baby, it's just how I was raised.
Hey, you don't hit a bitch, but hey, all wrestling moves are motherfucking authorized. Put a bitch in the trap.
Hey, I'll put my wife in the camel clutch right now if she get out of line.
What? Y'all think this ain't a thing? Oh, it is. It is. I've been trying to tell niggas this for years. But you are. That's why I was trying to say. Like, when you look at it, who's the greatest enemy to Black progress? Because somebody posted right here. Danger Close says that I'll never forget that Rampage Jackson said that he had college money put away for his half Japanese son and bail money put away for his Black sons. People get mad at us. Think about how many Black men have said, "I know which of my sons and daughters gonna do what." And they get mad at us. We're like, but we were raised with this motherfucker. We seen him. We know what they do.
Are you right?
We ain't surprised. Do you see Black men going to fight the teacher for telling them they son stole when we know this nigga stole from us?
But remember, Rampage Jackson said about his son with the whole incident in the ring. He said he got to do some time.
Yes.
Mama sitting in court, probably, that's my baby. Don't lock him up. I know he ain't mean to do it, and all this other stuff. Nope. His father said he has to learn a valuable lesson.
Yep.
He knew what he was doing wrong.
But there's no problem in women doing what they're doing. It just has to be the counterpart on the other side. Because every time I got the ass whooping from my dad, my mom was the one saying, "No, stop!" That's her job. It's her job to make sure it's my job. I wake up, pick up the bicycle, stay 13 hours outside. Nobody know. Everybody looking for me. I get home.
Yeah.
I know what's going to happen. It's my dead job from the door of the house until my room to give me the shame, the walk of shame, and it's the job of my mom to kind of love me and try to stop it here and there. Just like that's their job. So
You're right. That's in their nature. I call my wife the feel good lady because she make everybody in the house feel better. Even me, goddammit. And it's like having that dynamic is what works. But it's like you have some women who have kids, and this is one of the reasons why you need to be very careful on who you procreate with. Because when you do have a kid and you're not with that kid's father anymore, and you then have the revelation of trying to get a man, you can't just go get any nigga. Because you get the wrong nigga, and that nigga's the type of nigga where he got that lion mentality. Them cubs ain't mine. He ain't gonna give a shit, or he gonna mistreat those kids because he's the ain't shit nigga. And you just want to have a man around. That's very problematic for those kids. That's why those kids, like that little boy that got killed by that man that woman brought around him because he ate his fucking cheesecake. He punched that boy so hard that he died.
Well, hold on, Brian. I don't know if you've ever had that
That was his
cheesecake.
cheesecake. Yeah, that was the grand
shit.
That was a good cheesecake.
That cheesecake, bro.
Yes.
He could have crippled him and broke a rib, but he had to kill him. Don't kill the boy. God damn.
I don't think he was intending on killing him. I think
he was having too much fun. Yeah, he was having too much fun, Charlie Murphy. But it's just like you can't do that and expose your children to that. And we have that dynamic happening in our community a lot too, where y'all bringing this thug dick in, but thug dick come with a lot of other thug shit, and you exposing your kid. Now, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But when you bring in that man around another man's seeds, you have those problems and those dynamics that take place, and those kids get hurt, or those little girls get touched and get fucked on by that man because he looking like shit. She a younger version of you. That ain't my kid. And they do the worst.
Ain't that one of the problems we're having? We're talking about women being able to second pick the right man. Shouldn't we be talking about the first pick?
Yep.
Yeah, the first pick is actually more important. Like The Rock literally told the story. Like I saw a short a couple of days ago where The Rock is talking about his dad, and he said that his grandma, like his grandpa died, and The Rock died like on after the birthday, like 1 year birthday. Like I think the stepdad pissed on the turkey or something like that on Thanksgiving, and The Rock's dad was like 14, and he said, "Hey, you cross this line, I will knock you out." He did it. He knocked him out. The cops came, and they say, "This is what's going to happen. He's going to wake up, and either he's going to kill your son, or your son is going to kill him." And the mother literally chose the dad, and The Rock's father had to leave and just bounce at 14 or something like that. So she chose the stepdad over the dad, over the son. That's to me that's wild, especially because of the circumstance. You are pissing on a turkey and you're choosing a stepdad over your own kid.
Do you have any idea how many girls have stepfathers that like molested them or did something like that, and they mamas will get mad at the girl and tell the girl she lying and it didn't happen?
She was asking for it. She was enticing him.
Yeah.
They kicked him out. Y'all remember that girl I had on my show with that big ass? She said her mama kicked her out the house. Her ass is huge. It wasn't real, but she was a younger. When I met her, she wasn't number 19 years old. I could see. I ain't gonna lie. I could see she had a baby's face, but she had a grown ass woman's body. She explained what she got. She said she got some of it where it was just because she was naturally shaped like that, and her mother became jealous of her. Then her stepdad, the pastor, she said some of everybody was fucking her cousins. In the black community, that's why y'all should be scared every time you look online. All the black websites show what? Some woman's ass. Look at, she went viral looking like this. It's always some ass. So they're teaching these niggas that ass is the most important thing in the fucking world.
Yep.
And then you wonder why your daughters are at risk, because these niggas is trying to fuck anything. Literally, you're teaching them. You teach the boys that if a teacher or older woman fuck them, then that's the best thing.
That's a great thing. Yep.
It's a great thing. Then why you think it was so normal that when I was 10 years old and I told the story, niggas said I was gay because I didn't like it, because I was 10 years old and the woman who was at the house was 25, started sucking my dick and then tried to fuck a 10-year-old.
Right.
No one cared.
Yep.
Sex way too much amongst blacks to where, again, you can see all these black pastors fucking the shit, but we won't say anything. We talk about what white people do. We talk about incest in the white families. We don't talk about that shit that go on in the black fucking families. How many of y'all notice if you grew up in the hood where I grew up at, it was always a retarded bitch there, and the retarded bitch was always pregnant.
Yep.
Oh, Tommy, when I was, I can relate to that story. When I was like 11, 12 years old, I was at the basketball court, and there was this lady that was like in her 30s, and she used to be like, "Ooh, that's my boyfriend right there." That woman one time chased me down and cornered me in the damn laundry room of the apartment complex, and I had to do the day that, you know how you put the weed bottle. Bro, she was dead serious.
Yeah.
And that shit was terrifying. And dudes was like, yo, if I was you, I would have like what? Like,
Think about this. Think about this. How did people just overlook and gloss over the fact that R. Kelly said at 7 years old, his own sister was fucking him every day?
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of psychological mind fuck that is? To not only you getting that part of you, that part of your sexual blueprint, constructed in a weird way, but it's your own sister. Day in and day out, she's coming around and she's fucking you at 7.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
Unfucking. I can't comprehend how I would be and what mental state I would be in if that happened to me. And we try to make that as a badge of honor. It's insane.
Story.
Yes,
it's a story.
Hold my neck, nigga.
We didn't talk about it. Nobody sat down and said that this woman, as he got to be grown, thought, "Why you tripping, little nigga?
Nigga,
why are you bothered by what we did to you when you was a child?
Nigga,
hug my neck.
Hug my neck. Get off me, bitch. Get off me."
That's another thing too. Nobody gives a shit. You know what bugged me out about that movie? Out of all of the movies about women where they are mistreated, the color purple, waiting to exhale, all that, nobody gave a shit about that movie.
Yeah,
like people would watched it, but nobody was like really like, "Yo, did you see Antoine Fisher? That's horrible."
That's
like,
a fucked up dynamic. Yup, he right. And it's like we just it's crazy how that shit is like we will victimize a woman. If that happens to a woman, oh, she's the victim for life. She can kill, steal, rob, and do whatever the fuck she want to do and blame it back on that. Well, when I was 7, and it's excused, but for a man, it's not even considered to say, well, man, maybe this guy is, fucked up. Maybe he does need some help. How can we help you? You got to get over that shit, nigga.
Guess
Shit,
what?
so what your sister
Guess what? You know the movie The Pursuit of Happiness?
Yep.
If you ever read the book, that happened to him when he was younger.
Really?
A teenager in his neighborhood, another dude, like, took advantage of him. And, they didn't put that in the movie. He didn't mention, they didn't have no mention of it in the movie. It's in the book, though.
Will Smith's character you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that explains why he was so protective of his kid. He didn't want his kid to be with the mother.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And we don't even talk about how these dyke coaches is turning out all these girls on these basketball, softball, and volleyball teams. We don't even talk about that shit. We won't even bring it up. Like the fact that you got to go ahead.
No, I'm gonna say this, and you go. I was arguing on Twitter with some people, white and black. They all told me I must be a pedophile. Listen to the story. 45-year-old teacher arrested for statutory rape of fucking his 15-year-old student. He was getting ready to get out of jail. He had a 15-year sentence. He was getting ready to get out of jail. So he's almost 60 years old. And they just found him dead as someone in jail beat him to death. And everybody was saying the system finally works. That's the greatest thing that ever happened, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, y'all the same people who would sit there as a 15-year-old boy who had his 45-year-old teacher sleep with him, you would say how lucky he was.
Yep.
He would not be doing 15 years. And I said, what he didn't have a death penalty attached to it. And yet y'all are still saying the best thing happened is he went in jail and got murdered because he was fucking one of these 15-year-old girls who, and when I was 15, the 15-year-old girls wasn't fucking us. They
sure wasn't.
Absolutely.
I don't deal with no little boys.
Sure would. Tell us we ain't got no money, we ain't got no car.
That's it. Yep.
Them niggas was coming to the high school, picking them up after school.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We couldn't even compete with them grown niggas. We used to be mad as hell. Like, man, your grown ass go talk to some grown women.
What they have fantastic
students and nobody cared. The crazy thing, though, Anger Man, look, And this is why I say all these hoes, man, these hoes be on such bullshit. Oh man, these predators. Bitch, you was fucking the predators when you was in high school willingly.
Bruh, there was one dude, there was one dude, he was knocking them down, bruh. There was this one chick that you know, I was looking at her or whatever, and she turned around. We was at a cookout. She turned around, she was pregnant, right? And I was like, damn, bro. And he's like, yeah, you'll never guess who got her pregnant. This same nigga.
Bro,
It's like, remember Will Smith on that one episode when Uncle Phil was single, and he said every damn time, like this dude was knocking them down left and right, and nothing but young girls, like teenagers and shit. And that nigga still ain't get locked up.
Bro, we had a 30-year-old nigga. We had a 30-year-old nigga in our neighborhood with a 12-year-old girl. 12. He literally broke her. Literally broke her.
Can I ask y'all?
And the parent and her mama was allowing this nigga to pick her up, taking her to McDonald's, buying her the Jordans and all of that shit. He literally broke her.
Well, you remember Nia Long said that her mother allowed her, and when she was 15, to date a 30-year-old.
Demi Moore, same thing.
Yep.
Demi Moore mama served her up to a nigga.
For
So
$500.
What is this the
boomer
generation?
That goes back. That goes back to what y'all was saying. What y'all talking about? That's another mouth that the mother doesn't have to feed. So guess what? That dude taking care of, she getting her own money. Now I can focus on what I am or what I'm doing. Yeah. And even more, what's even more crazy? Sometimes the mothers will try to compete with the daughters to get their boyfriends. That's diabolical.
Because if you think about it, if I know I'm doing something wrong, you can kind of bribe me and say, well, you can be with my daughter, but you're gonna have to give something, put something in the house, put something in my pocket. And those women, what did Eddie Griffin say a long time ago on that Snoop Dogg album? The biggest pimps in the black community is black mothers.
Yep.
Bro, there was a black chick. There was a black woman in the neighborhood that was on drugs, right? And she had like teenage daughters. She had like at least like 5 teenage daughters. Man, them dope boys used to go to that house every day. And I already knew what was jumping on. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Because all they doing is giving her drugs, and she going somewhere getting high, and they in there smashing the damn daughters and shit.
What kind of mother will serve up her kids because a drug dealer goes and buys McDonald's for the whole house?
Bro, they do it all the time. You hear that story about that white lady sit up there and took her kids and was selling them online, like what Angry Man said, to get the dope?
Yep.
She sold her whole kid, let the nigga take the kid. Nigga took the kid and killed it.
Yep. That mother that did that shit at Walmart.
J. Cole made a song about that shit, about the girl that shit happened to. I forget what her name was. That shit was horrific, bro.
It's like Tina Turner mama. Yep. Fucking the biggest one. This is a huge one here. Aretha Franklin's motherfucking family. What they did to her as a young girl.
As 13?
Yep.
That's why I keep saying,
passing that girl around. He was a big time preacher.
We are so obsessed with sex in the black community. Sex means so much to us that our own women, again, that's why I say the greatest enemy is the black progress. Our own women will go around telling nigga, you don't get no pussy, which then tells that man the only thing that he's being valued by isn't what he has or how he treats others. It's how often and how many times he put his penis in a female.
Yep.
Which then turns this man into a dog. You done made fun of the man. You an incel. Oh, so you just can't get no pussy. You're involuntarily celibate. You done made a nigga feel like he gotta go take it.
And like you said a long time ago, Tommy, they talk about it when they're babies. When they look at little boys when they getting changed and see that he got a big dick. He's a fucking kid. He's a baby. He's wearing a pamper, and you women are gathered around talking about him. Then when he's a toddler, they talking about how fine he gonna be. They're always making them, this my little boyfriend. Bitch, he's 4. You don't think there's nothing wrong with that? Yeah, he gonna be a heartbreaker. He gonna get all the girls. He gonna do all the girls when he get on. He gonna be beating them off with a stick. You telling him this as a kid?
Remember Monica had to motherfucking check these hoes for that shit. Monica, when she posts her kids for the first time, and she was like, "Hey man, I don't know what the fuck you bitches got going on, but my children are children. Y'all grown ass women, and I keep that shit on me. So watch your mouth and calm the fuck down because no, this is not cool."
And just think if a man said that. What would people think of a man that saw a 4-year-old girl and be like, "Ooh, she gonna have a fat ass when she get older."
Kill him. Ooh, kill him. Ooh, kill him right on the spot.
You can take her pampers off and see that's gonna be some.
You can tell that, yep. You see a little girl getting changed, and a man say, "Ooh, look at her pussy. Ooh, it's gonna be fat when she get grown."
And you know what? You know what the men would do? The men would agree in beating your motherfucking ass to a bloody pulp and it off the spot just for even saying some fucked up shit like that. I say this shit all the time, man. This double standard shit, bro. We know they exist, but it should be a limit on some shit to where some shit you just say is so fucked up regardless, right? But again, this is where we live in, and then like I said, I think it's really really sad. We look at the condition of a lot of these kids in the black community that were SA'd, right? They were molested. They were taking advantage of the boys and the girls. I mean, we ain't talked about this, but the reason why we got a lot of these brotherfuckers out here is because, I mean, you know, Antoine Fisher type shit, but these Eddie Longs out here.
Come on now.
You feel me? So
again, them tambourine players in the choir. Why you letting your little boy go to choir rehearsal? You got this tambourine player and he getting picked up and dropped off by the choir director.
Let me tell you, one of the worst things happened to the black community is them motherfucking shut-ins at the church over the weekend.
Man,
send your kids up there for the whole weekend and shut them in the church. And then
lock-ins.
Amy, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, they were lock-in.
Man, there's the most debaucherous shit you can think of has gone on in the basement of a church.
Of that church, yeah.
Yep. I learned that, and this was before I even had kids. One of the things that I remember Tommy said is that I don't let my kids spend the night no fucking well. No. And I held true to that. My kid to this day, sleepover, shit. I'll pick your ass up, drop you off over there, and when it's time for everybody to go to bed, we gonna get in the car and I'll bring your ass back for breakfast in the morning. You not spending the night over at somebody else's house. I don't give a fuck if this ain't no man there and it's just a woman, there's some teenager, whatever the case may be. I'm not gonna put my kid at risk like that. Nothing against you. It's just me making sure I'm doing everything I can to protect my kid. Cause you don't know what the fuck is going on in somebody's house, especially when the lights go out.
You remember
babysitter.
You remember when my daughter was 10 and that girl, that was when I still lived in
Arizona. Yep.
Yeah. And when she was coming for the summer, and she asked, "Well, can I bring my friend for the summer?"
Yep, I remember that.
For the whole summer, she come for a couple of weeks, but I said I need to talk to her mama. And then when I talked to her mama was like, "Yeah, I know you, and you she come get." I said, "No. She can't come by herself."
Right.
I said, "You can come." So I flew her mama out there, and for 2 weeks, her mama and her was there. So they stayed there for 2 weeks. I'm not letting this little girl stay. Why would this girl stay? Why would you trust me? I don't give a fuck that you see me on
TV.
On internet and on TV. I could be a nasty nigga. And if you remember when Soleil came on my show, Soleil and Genuine came on my show. When Soleil came on the show, she talked about how many women used to drop their daughters off at their house. She said she had to run out in the damn yard and tell them, "Bitch, where you going?"
Right. Yep.
Genuine don't mean he don't like pussy.
Right.
Y'all say,
or even better, Tommy. Again, because again, I'm not saying this happens a lot, but it's been cases to where little girls will, say shit happened that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So it's a protection thing. So you understood that. So Lay even understood that for her husband at the time. Man, it's little girls that's done been in a predicament and they just want to say, "Oh well, you did something to me," and now just the accusation alone, bro, that'll ruin a man's life. So of course you'd rather be safe than sorry and prevent something like that from even happening because hey, you were here, you're here while your child is here, so there's no reason.
Y'all will say all that and still think Michael Jackson was innocent.
Well, here's what we were saying, like when Mr. Fantastic was saying that. Here's the point behind it. See, a lot of these children will lie, but if you're an adult male, keep yourself out of that. Let me explain. A lot of these parents are teaching these kids this stuff so much that these kids, because I got kids and I know kids lie. I've had a few of them lie. Kids will lie because they know telling this lie will stop you from being mad at me. Same thing that women do. If I tell this lie, it'll stop you being mad at me for what I just got caught. So there are a lot of little girls who will say, well, I see how they treat these women who are victims. I want to be a victim. I'll say that this man did something. It'll destroy his life. So what Mr. Fantastic is saying is don't put yourself in that spot for that to happen. So they can still have the thought that Mike didn't do that, but Mike put himself in position to where the lie can be told on it.
Not on the position. He slept in the same bed of those kids.
That's the position.
Just sleeping, okay?
So I'm
Yeah,
saying
but kids came out, Fatty. We're not gonna have this MJ slander from your.
I told you
somebody get him. I will not allow it.
20 minutes, y'all was like, I don't let my kids sleep on.
I ain't no grown ass man fit to be sleeping in the bed with my son. I agree with
what
you.
I'm talking about. He did
Right?
it. Just say
But the kids came out and said that nothing ever happened. A lot of the supposed victims actually came out and said it as adults, bro. So, I mean, you know.
Well, Michael was a grown child. He didn't get his childhood. A lot of the things he did was because his childhood was stripped from him.
Just like R. Kelly, right?
Well, while you bullshitting, that's really what it was, though.
But R. Kelly was molested. Michael was not.
Yeah. No, go
You're
ahead, Fatty.
doing the R. Kelly comparison, but it's actually true.
It actually is true.
If the goal is to say that somebody robbed him for his child, like R. Kelly literally was 70.
I gotta.
Right? Come on, man.
I gotta correct something. You said R. Kelly was molested, but Mike wasn't. You obviously didn't listen to the song "Dirty Diana."
Wasn't that about Diana Ross?
They said it was Diana Ross. Hell, Sierra fucked Bow Wow.
When the Jacksons was moving to LA, Diana Ross offered that Michael could stay at her house until they finally got settled in LA. So Mike lived with her for I think a year or something. I forgot how long it was when he was still a boy.
Fuck Tito and Jermaine and Randy. Fuck them. Just Michael. Tito and Randy, Jermaine, y'all got somewhere else to go.
Was the only one that stayed with her.
Mike's the only one.
Bro, I'm telling you, that
I
song
gotta go
"Dirty
listen with
Diana's"
different
about
ears
her.
now that you told me that.
Yeah.
Listen to it.
Yeah, and listen, a lot of what you've seen with these, especially these Hollywood kids, they serving them fuckers up.
Oh yeah, on a silver platter.
Yes.
On a silver platter. What happened to Corey Haim and Corey Feldman? Oh my God.
What happened to Macaulay Culkin?
Him?
Tevin Campbell? Tevin Campbell was doing fucking coke and fucking niggas at fucking 11 years old.
Why did the Michael Jackson video clip start with Macaulay Culkin?
Huh?
Oh.
Why did he what?
Start doing movies with Macaulay
Culkin. It don't matter if you're black or white. Who started on that video clip?
Yeah, but I mean,
there was
how to say he did videos with Chris Tucker too. He did these things with these people when they was hot.
Yeah, famous people.
Was he fucking Chris Tucker?
He was fucking Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan.
He had a monkey. He had a monkey.
Fuck Bubbles.
Michael Jordan, nigga. You telling you he fucked Michael Jordan, nigga?
He fucked Mike.
Mike was smart. If they were hot, he did. Matter of fact, he kept trying to do the song "Bad" was supposed to be him and Prince.
Yeah, that's exactly what he
Mike was different. Like when they talked about his beef with Prince, they asked him why he had beef with Prince. He said, "Because Prince is a meanie." He was still mentally a child, bro.
This is what I'm talking about. Like Tommy said, like he did like collaborations with whatever was hot. That was exactly what he thought about those kids. And by the way, not only that. I just want to give one last try. The same way I think Mike didn't do something, you think Prince was not gay. I'll leave it with that. Let me mute
See,
myself.
you know what, Fatty? Hold on,
Let me
boys.
mute
Hold on.
myself.
Let me address this. Hold on, boys. Let me address. No, don't go nowhere.
I don't need to
go
address
nowhere.
it. We
Don't
can-
run.
No,
Don't
we
go
good.
nowhere.
We good.
Don't go nowhere.
You ain't gonna slander the king of pop around this motherfucker. We ain't tolerating
now,
it,
bro.
Straight up, get him, y'all.
You wilding now.
Yeah, that
you
was
talking
weird.
about
I'm saying,
Mike.
That was
So
just
you
weird.
gonna talk about Michael? You gonna talk about Michael Jackson? Then you gonna take a shot at Prince. Where you going next? You gonna talk?
If
You gonna say
you have
Michael Jordan
$100,
didn't play basketball?
What
you have
proof do you have that
$100.
Prince was gay? I'm just trying to figure that out.
$100 dropped me. The only person that didn't do it was Kobe. Shout out to my Lakers.
Where,
Who did
Bro,
what?
you trying to
where,
piss off?
where do you,
You trying to piss off Black America?
confused.
Kobe was fucking white holes in the ass. Come on, man.
He brought a diamond ring to say he's sorry.
Kobe is innocent, but Michael Jackson has to go. No, can't do it.
But listen, I don't know what Prince was doing. I wasn't there. I don't know why I was gonna turn around and just say this man was. Let me tell you what the industry was. A bunch of them people was bisexual. You heard Charlie Sheen talk about it.
Oh, and
if you got that, I will say this. That's why I would never want that kind of money or power. When you got that kind of money and power, everything get old. You've went from 2 bitches, that's old. Now you got 4. That's old. Next thing you know, somebody gonna talk you in the dick. I don't ever want that kind of money because that's what's gonna happen.
Tommy, I keep saying
You
this.
you have to get to a certain status, though. A type of.
I never want to hit the pussy limit. I never want to reach the pussy limit. Right. A lot of motherfuckers don't know that Hugh Hefner, same shit.
You reach the limit.
Around that pussy every day, 24/7. He said, well, I need to try something different. I got a little curious.
What? He said, I got a little curious.
No, seriously.
He really said it. He admitted the shit.
When I first got a bunch of money, let me tell you what happened to me. It was foods I said I would not eat. Guess what I started eating?
The food you said you wouldn't eat?
Escargot, because rich niggas is supposed to eat escargot. Nigga, that's snail.
Snails.
What's the problem with eating snail?
But I ate it.
Eating caviar and shit.
Eating shit. I kept traveling places. Oh, fuck. If I could go there now, I'm going to go to this. I was buying things. If I could buy one of them, I'm going to buy 2. I'm sitting up there now. Sitting up there when I got that one, the orange car.
I have a question.
That one car about 1.5 years. You know what I sit up there and said the other day? I'm going to get another one. I can't drive them both. I have cars out there. Why? Because I just want to see what it's like to get it. When my family came over the weekend, I was a nigga. I'm going to tell you I was a nigga. I put the cars in the yard. All of
in the grass. You put them in the grass?
On the grass. You saw them TVs I had in my downstairs that I put up that.
No, we have to talk about that, Tommy. You have too many TVs.
He put the cars in the grass.
This man is like 37 TVs in like 3 square.
So Tommy, you was like Dave Chappelle on MTV Cribs when he had the dinosaur egg.
I thought them white people was gonna kick me out the neighborhood.
Yeah, you officially a nigga now. Yeah, when you put the cars on the lawn. Yeah, they said, honey, he's a nigger. Yep, he got. Oh yeah, all the cars are in the fucking grass. Who does that?
What happens is, I'm telling you, if you've had enough of something, you want to try the next fucking thing. I don't ever want to have too much pussy. I will limit myself on pussy. I'm gonna not get no, like Miss Fantastic said, let me not get no pussy for a couple of months, just so I can miss pussy. I don't want to get so much pussy that I'm tired of this pussy.
I gotta go on a vaginal fast. I gotta go on a vaginal fast.
So you agree?
You'll be like Ray J at Kai Sanai's house in the damn shower, rubbing.
Yeah, that nigga suspect.
What?
Ray J
been in Hollywood too long. He's suspect.
Ray J's getting weird.
Yeah, Ray J will fuck around. He'll fuck around. He's too comfortable. Yeah, it's one thing when you're doing shit for likes and clicks and all that shit, but he's too comfortable in that shit. He's fucking around.
But Ray J always been a sassy. Ray J's always been a sassy bitch to me. Like just his mannerism. He always was like whining about some shit or whatever. That dude,
bro.
man,
Anytime a grown man is in a shower and you said you want to take a shower with him, and then you show up and get in the shower and start rubbing suds on your chest, bro. Something wrong with you. Something is wrong.
You with the shits. That's just what that is. He with that shit.
Story I told y'all about Puffy. I didn't know none of the stuff that happened after I told the story. What was it, 2015 when I first told the story about what happened with Puffy? Like I told it when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
He used to hate when I would tell that story, and then all this shit come out now. All I know is I'm a small Southern boy, and it was cool when we were smoking weed, and it was a bunch of bitches in the music studio. I loved it. I don't know what happened. I don't know what was in that weed. All I know is them bitches was gone, and it was just us niggas.
And that's the thing. We know better.
Yes,
you knew better.
But Pimp C said a whole lot about that. He said he used to say that shit like motherfuckers doing weird shit. Like he used to talk about this shit all the time. Pimp C did.
Yes. And this was before any of this came out. When I went out to LA and I saw how they were treated, I would go straight to the internet. I was a tattletale bitch. I would go straight to the internet. You know what they up in here doing? You know what they up in here doing, nigga? They up in here doing this shit.
Wait a minute. I can see Tommy now in the studio talking about some wait. Where the bitches go?
They were gone. It were fine bitches there. I thought we were gonna get high and fuck these whores. I was ready for it. And then they were gone. It was just us niggas still listening to the King Los music. And I was like,
that nigga said 1 + 1 = 2. I'm out. That's what the fuck he said. And that's like how when you talking about shit like with Baby, don't nobody want to admit it. Y'all know what the fuck it is. That nigga was on stage talking about I fuck with niggas too. Bro, he was high and drunk. That's what he on. You ain't gotta say,
bro.
He said that shit several times. He said just once and slipped on it. I fuck with niggas too. He meant that shit.
Who said that?
Baby. Cash Money, the general Cash Money. You can look that. You can.
I mean, he did kiss Wayne in the mouth. I mean,
I was just about to say, did he kiss Wayne in the mouth?
Manny Fresh and Lil Wayne was rapping on the song The Number One Stunner. He says, I like my dick sucked fast. Lil Wayne said, I like to play with the pussy. The next line, he said, I like to fuck them in their ass while he beat up the pussy. I'm the number one stunner. You don't.
Bro, he's telling you what he on. He's telling you what it is. It's like we have this thing in the back. We don't want to admit that shit. But when you see that, even me in the hood, man, I'm back in the hood. I'm going to a party. We kicking it. We see a bunch of niggas. Hey man, it's time to roll. Just because some shit might pop off, but you don't want to be around a bunch of niggas.
You know something that bothered me my whole life, and people just now talking about this.
Notorious.
In the Flavor in Your Ear remix,
LL
said, this is what he said, and I listened to it over and over. He said, Papa love it when he does it. I said, what the hell does it mean when he does it?
Here's another bomb. Here go another bomb. How many hoes y'all see Busta Rhymes with?
Because you know how you remember the lyrics, and you reciting the lyrics in your head.
Busta.
You like, wait a minute, you trying to adjust it because you like, but that ain't what he said. Like, you like, he means
it sounded good. The beat was so hot, I let it go down.
Like even Smalls, if I spit the lyrics, I'll say Papa love it when she does it. But that ain't what that nigga said. Shit ain't right, bro.
Biggie Smalls talking about raping kids.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And sucking a woman's daddy's dick.
Nobody that good.
It's just what it is, man. Them niggas are on that shit, and they have been on it for years. And it's like with the more Hollywood you go, the more it's accepted. The deeper into Hollywood you go, it's accepted time and time again. And it's like we don't want to acknowledge it because it's you're an outcast in the black community. But it's like these niggas on the down low, it is a fucking real thing. They continue to do it from celebrities to local niggas.
Not only that, Rehab is, as I've been trying to point out, everybody trying to act like it's this thing that's not normal to fuck teenage girls. But then you hear a song that was one of the #1 songs from the 90s, backstage, underage. How you doing? Fine. She replied, I like it when you do me.
Yep. What was the name of the dude you did? When you did the video on the he's just 16 years old. That brother did a whole fucking love story.
No. You know the one everybody keeps ignoring. You may be young, but you're
ready.
Ready to
love.
Even BB King made a song, 16 Candles.
Hey, keep Sweat out of this, brother. He said young.
You know damn well now when you hear the lyrics, you like, wait.
There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody. He said it.
But didn't it used to be different age requirement? Like, didn't the age requirement used to be different?
Before, but that's generations before us. So, with boomers and some Gen Xers, yeah, the older Gen Xers, because most of our grandmas, great grandmas, I say, most of our great grandmas were married.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But this was crazy. This was
Hey,
crazy.
Georgia, the age limit, you can fuck a 16-year-old in Georgia.
But this was crazy. But this was crazy, Tommy. Look, here's the thing nobody peeped. Back then in the 90s, all of that music was targeting teenagers because our parents didn't listen to that.
Yep.
Think about it. What was a boy bands? These was grown niggas. But who was there? Who was the people who had their posters on the wall?
11, 12, 13-year-old kids screaming, going fucking nuts.
Concert. Who went to go see Backstreet Boys?
Yep. Hell, where did they start promoting them? In the shopping malls.
Yeah,
they would take them to the shopping malls to perform, to build their audience and to showcase them. They would do it in shopping malls. Who's in shopping malls on a Saturday? Little boys and girls.
Come to the high school gyms and perform when they were coming out.
Another one, Bow Wow talked about all the grown women that fucking, molested him when he was a kid.
Sierra.
Chris Brown.
I don't think a lot of people know this. And again, I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying this is legal, not moral. Most states have an age of consent that's under 18. It's only, I want to say, like maybe 16 states that has an age of consent that's 18. So
I think it's like Virginia or something got like a 13 or 14 year old age of consent.
Nah, the youngest one is like might be 15, but it's generally 16 and 17 is most states.
Yeah, Texas has 17.
What was that movie with a French dude and he like the little girl? He was like protecting that little girl in France. I think the age limit over there was like 12 or something. I forgot the name of the movie.
The Professional.
Yeah, Professional. The chick that played Anakin Skywalker's girlfriend or whatever in Star Wars. She played it.
Yeah. Yep.
But here's the other thing. They literally had young boys singing, young boys and girls singing about sex.
ABC,
bruh.
That was early Hollywood, though. Hollywood's history.
Yeah.
That was Hollywood's history. They did a lot of stuff with PDF files or whatever in Hollywood. That was like literally
the dude from Head of the Class.
Yeah,
you remember the big
fat dude
Head of the Class that was always sitting there with the computer. He ended up being like a producer on
that motherfucker running that motherfucker was running Nickelodeon.
They made a documentary about him. The Nickelodeon guy.
Sure
did.
Right?
Oh
yeah, sure did.
He be on the show Head of the Class with Robin Givens and
I forgot his name, but
I didn't know that he was an actor before he became a producer, though.
Yes. He was on Head of the Class.
If you go back and look at the show Head of the Class, he's the one that's always sitting there at the computer with the damn keyboard on his lap.
Yep. And they would, because they were talking about how he was able to reach these young audiences and reach these young kids with the shows and shit he was coming up with. And he was in the midst of all that shit with these young girls, young boys doing all this sexually suggestive shit. Like, I never liked that slime and shit.
You remember the one he got with that little black boy where he told him that he was
the dick on his nose?
Had them noses they was dicks.
Yep.
And then it sneezed and it skeeted in that girl's face.
Yep, skeeted in her face.
Hey, you know the Nickelodeon splat? That's not slime, bruh.
Yep. That shit, dude. It's when you look at it now. If you watch that documentary right now,
all the time.
You will see so much sexually suggestive shit.
Shows. Why do you think they had the shows where they was always dropping slime?
Dropping slime on
I
you.
used to always think that
Yes.
shit was weird.
I never liked it. I never fucked with that Nickelodeon shit. Yep. And when you go back and watch it now, you will see it. It's disgusting.
Bro, she thinking about it right now.
It's disgusting.
All of it was suggestive. I remember the one reason why I couldn't get behind Harry Potter. I said, them niggas is trying to fuck that girl, Hermione.
Hermione?
How they were. All the older men who used to watch this, talking about some, they had a clock countdown, couldn't wait till she turned 18. So if you wait till she turn 18, that means you find her sexy now, doesn't it?
Yep. What's the lady the chick who plays in Avatar? Saldana. Zoe, is that her name? Yeah, she talked about how she was passed around and shit when she was young. Charlize Theron, all of them girls. It's like, dude, they 12 and 13 years old.
Bro, I can't even watch none of the movies from the 80s that I used to like the Goonies and all of that. I can't even watch those movies no more because I realize now that they was fucking them kids, bruh.
Yep. That shit is crazy, dude. When they talked about how those kids were coming to California and those mothers and those fathers were literally handing those kids over to those managers, and those guys were letting them stay in the house, getting them limousines and shit, and the parents weren't being around. They weren't around. What kind of shit is that? And you got these kids giving them massages, and these grown ass, old ass, fat ass men massaging these young boys and shit like that. What you think they doing, dude?
Joe Biden sniffing.
Hey, ask yourself this question. And when you think back to this, you're gonna be like, holy shit. Why the hell they had immature dressed up like TLC? Did you ever notice how they used to dress them kids?
No, I never noticed that.
Go back and look at how they used to dress them kids, bro.
Well, they had Tupac dressed up in BDSM.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Look at how he was dressed.
With the leather and shit.
California Love.
Yeah. And they had him laying in the tub with all with the cum on it.
Oh yeah, that was super pause right there.
That show you did when you talked about Pac being gay. I can't accept that.
Yeah, I thought he had jewelry.
Y'all don't want to accept it, but I'm telling y'all.
You're right. I couldn't accept it, but the nigga was right. He did a show about that.
Photo where he's in the tub and he got jewelry all like laying over his private part.
Yeah, that's one I remember.
Listen. That was him. That was some gay shit. Homosexual.
Dude, that video where he's talking, that video you gotta tell me where he's like talking and he's sitting there, I'm talking about resting in his femininity. I could not believe it. I was hurt.
When I showed that, when I showed that video, I was like, I didn't make the video. It's him.
It's him. It is.
He's talking.
He's laid back. When he was at what's the school? Juilliard. He's doing like this interview. He got his nose pierced and he got his shirt off and he's literally laying back like a woman. And he's talking about doing this before Digital Underground and all that shit. He's doing that shit. Yes.
Hey, check this out. I'm gonna really mess y'all's head up. When you get a chance, go look at the music video Alexander O'Neal, If You Were Here Tonight, and watch how he's acting in that video.
Alexander did both sides, though. We know this.
You didn't
know this? Both sides, bro.
Wait, what?
In bed with the
Y'all
covers,
didn't know this?
like
what?
In the bed with the covers like Eddie Murphy on Boomerang, holding the covers.
You a fake Alexander O'Neal was a switch hitter?
You couldn't look at his tail in the fake video.
Listen,
I
didn't had a slick down. I don't know, man, a slick down perm, but I didn't think.
No.
And he was on drugs. I didn't think. And
yes.
And he looked a lot. And he looked. I think he's motherfucking Tasha K's daddy. He looked a lot alike. I don't know. But anyway, you know.
He was on them drugs. Everybody was doing drugs and each other back then.
Yeah, like,
That's crazy.
we
mentioned
That makes me always wonder.
So I forget. I think relationship rehab brought up Tevin Campbell, right?
Yep.
You know, Quincy Jones was just Quincy
my
Jones
God.
Before he left here, Jones snitched on everybody.
Really?
Literally, he told it all. So it was like, hey, yeah, he was fucking him. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and guess why Quincy Jones knew? Guess why he knew?
Because
he was too.
Quincy was a menace.
He said, "Yeah, Quincy Jones was fucking everybody." He's like, he did it. Wow.
Ooh,
but with that industry, that gay shit. I mean, I always wondered how did it start in Hollywood or just gay motherfuckers brought it to that shit.
Listen, let me tell you, fame is a gateway drug to dick.
Bro, I'm telling you, man.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, man. It's like you really see how, like, and just looking back, you can see how the people that was hanging with each other, what they, especially doing that androgynous shit, that shit, bro. What's the nigga name? Mickey Free? Bro, come on, man.
Mickey Free.
Yo,
no, man, you gotta know.
Said about Mickey
Free was gorgeous. Mickey Free was gorgeous.
Look at Charlie Sheen. All the shit Charlie Sheen just said recently.
I told him.
Mickey Free was gorgeous.
Yo, he got this new chick on the bed.
You leave
Mickey Free, that's a dude.
That still was a story. Was it Charlie Murphy? He said, "Hey, you see that fine ass bitch that's in Chicago? That ain't no bitch. That's Mickey
Free, nigga."
And then when they interviewed Mickey, he was like that smiling. He was like, I mean, yeah, I know that's how they view me.
Somebody put in the comments, Teddy pinned his ass.
Oh yeah. Hey, Teddy P get caught with that training. And don't forget the GOAT, Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy was being nice. Eddie Murphy was being nice.
He was just giving his.
I love me some Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's the GOAT. But getting caught with that training and letting motherfucker Johnny Gill spend the summer in his pool house.
Don't go back to that. No, don't try to start with that. He was off his feet for a little while, Brian. He was off his feet for a little while.
So what? So he can't let his homeboy
He was off his feet. He had to get him back on his feet, bro.
So wait a minute. So Uncle Bill and Will Smith and what's his name? Carlton Seaman.
Oh, Dwayne Martin.
Yeah.
Dwayne Martin and Will Smith. They been knocking them down together. They tag team back again. What?
Oh
nope.
my God, bro.
Whatchamacallit she let the cat out the bag on them. Dwayne Martin, the chick from Chicago, Lisa Ray. She let the cat out the bag talking about her husband that dude she had married, that African prince or whatever. They turned that nigga out.
She said Dwayne took her husband.
Took her husband. That's what she said. Turned him out.
She did say that. She did say that.
Pause.
What?
Can I ask you a question? So you telling me we got to question all our black masculinity in Hollywood? All these
looks
like men you seen? You got to question them. If somebody said,
I said earlier, sir, fame is a gateway drug to dick. That is how.
Look.
What about Denzel?
Bro, hey, Kish, let me tell you something. If you base your masculinity off of any men from Hollywood, you need to reevaluate your shit.
Hold on,
no.
One of the most masculine men at one point was a guy by the name of Rock Hudson. Rock Hudson was fuck.
Gay as Christmas.
Was men.
Melon Legacy, you said something about Busta Rhymes earlier, right?
Yep.
Niggas been calling that nigga out.
It's a whistleblower dude that's talking about that.
Bro, check this out. Check this out. Hey, Tommy, you know.
Busta Rhymes was on the phone call. I'll monkey shit on you niggas.
you know the comedian Talent, right? So back in the day, Talent was supposed to get the Hanging with Mr. Cooper show.
Really?
But he said the reason why he didn't get the show is because there was something that was expected of him, and he was like, I ain't going for that shit.
Anchorman.
And that's
Anchorman,
why he didn't. That's why he didn't get that show. But you
Do
see,
y'all
he did get the show.
Yep. Do y'all
Anchorman, you
remember?
see how one of the Marlon brothers? He got one of the. He's a rainbow nigga now. One of the Marlon Wayans. He was on Carsonet podcast. He's a rainbow nigga. He had the whole rainbow flag.
No. He not. No.
He's representing his child, right?
He was representing.
Yeah. But here's another one.
His child, right?
Yeah, here's another one.
They did
Y'all
dress
remember
up
Sugar Ray Leonard?
big ass fucking white women. I mean,
Y'all remember Sugar Ray Leonard told the story about when he won the belt?
Oh yeah, he
And
said
how his manager or whatever it was, his manager, sucked his dick in the limo.
What the
hell? Hell,
Yes,
Judge
sir.
Brown said the same about Judge Mathis.
He said he said that manager told him, nigga, you won the belt, but if you want the keys to the kingdom, nigga, you gotta pull that dick out and let me suck that dick. And he did.
The story about what happened between her husband and Sammy Davis Jr. She said
who?
Sammy Davis Jr. This white woman was telling the story. Her husband's a producer, a white producer. Said her husband used to let him, Sammy, fuck his wife, and just so, okay, now I kind of got you, and I can fuck up what you're doing. The only way.
Damn.
So she said what they did was she was sucking Sammy's penis, and then she moved.
Wow. Straight cuck this nigga.
The husband started sucking his dick and turned the lights on and was like, ha ha.
Gotcha.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's it, nigga. What you say, Tommy? Hollywood is the game.
Hey, look, that's what Puffy be doing. Like, he got the cameras and he be recording everybody, and people be in there doing stuff. Don't think
that's why they raided his house. They didn't go. That's why all we heard about was baby oil, because they went in there to destroy evidence.
What's the shit that they said they was putting in there? What's the shit they said he was giving dudes so that they wouldn't feel no pain or some shit like that? He was giving them some type of drug.
I know he was giving them IV fluids and stuff.
Yeah, no, it was something. It's something he was giving them. No, it was something that he would give them, and if you take it, you don't feel pain. Like you still with it and all that shit, but you don't feel.
Jungle juice.
Yeah, ketamine.
That jungle juice. That football player, one of your boys from Chicago.
Yeah, Brian.
He got fucked to death.
Damn.
It's a fantastic. Some man, they would take this jungle juice and it would make it to where they could do what they were doing. Well, and he's an NFL tough guy.
Yes.
They found this nigga, the white dude, fucked him to death.
Yes, in a fucking hotel. He was in a motel for like the weekend, and they fucked him to death.
Who
is this?
I can't think of the. I can't think of the dude's name.
Brian Johnson or something.
He was a defensive lineman. He was a defensive lineman or offensive lineman. Big ass nigga too.
Yeah,
big nigga. Yes.
Let me ask the next question. When these black women be talking about down low niggas, you think it's the celebrity niggas they talking about, but blaming it on
dope boys.
It's way more, nigga. It's way more. When old boy came out with the book, when old boy came out with that book in the early 90s about down low men, that was the unraveling of the thread, dude. But no, it's so many black men that are down low.
Andrew Gilliam.
He damn near got fucked to death.
And his wife, and his wife knew the whole time.
And she knew. She was his beard.
So that's why I asked the question. Anytime I come and get up and talk about these down low niggas, are they talking about the celebrity niggas they with?
Kids, you already know what I say. They know these niggas gay. They fuck them anyway.
Yes. Yes, bro.
There's a dope boys. They be all messing with their dope fees and stuff. That's why I stopped messing with girls and dope boys.
Mr. Fantastic, that need to be a shirt. They know they gay. They fuck them anyway.
I've been
Bro.
saying I don't know how long, man.
I will never forget when there was a club in Chicago. It was called a supper club. It was called Mr. G's. Anybody in Chicago can verify this. We found out that they had a gay night. And the way we found out is because all of the fucking thug ass niggas, I'm talking straight gang banging, braids to the back ass niggas, was going to this club they had their night. And it was nothing but black men, young black men, older black men, I'm talking not just gang banging niggas, but it was other professional niggas all going to this club once a week on, I think it was like Thursdays or some shit like that. And they was going, we was like, what the fuck is going on at Mr. G's? And why is it all niggas out here? And that's how we found they had a gay night there, and they had a gay night at this other club called East of the Ryan. And it was all black men. That shit was insane.
We got Bulldogs down here in Atlanta. That motherfucker stay packed. Real nigga.
Did you see that video?
My Chevy's all through the motherfucking parking lot.
Did you see that video? Did you see that video of that comedian? I forget his name. His last name is Carmichael, professing his love to Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah, the one he started the Carmichael show on NBC.
The Carmichael show, yep, sure did. Him and whatchamacallit, professors love too about Tyler, the Creator. Will Smith's son, Jaden Smith. Talk about how much he loved him.
I think they fucking with Jaden Smith too.
They was fucking with him. They was fucking him.
That shit is crazy.
Crazy. And like he said, the politicians, Cory Booker, gaying them $2 $3.
Yup.
Gay as fuck. Cory Booker is gay. Don't
gay. Yes, sir.
What was that mayor of New Jersey? That was
you
was a white dude.
McGreevy. That was my boy. McGreevy was trying to stop gay marriage. He did this wrong. Next thing you know, McGreevy left his wife.
But hold on, but Tommy, hold on.
He tried to stop gay marriage. What?
Yep.
Wife for a man. And then she tried to get alimony and child support. He said he ain't got no job. He's a house husband.
Get the fuck out of here. What's his name? McGreevy?
Yeah, I remember that years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. I missed that one. Damn.
Hey, but there was another one. It's kind of different though. But in Alabama, in that town, it got hit by that big ass tornado a couple years ago. He was a mayor, white conservative dude. But
no, you talking about South Carolina when they found him in South America with his bitch because he was
no. That's Mark Sanford. That's a different one. The bitch was ugly as fuck, but he was my former governor. But no, this was in Alabama. He wrote like online storylines or something, a book online, and it come to find out it was him that he was actually a cross-dresser messing with his wife, and he ended up committing suicide. I think it was like Bogart Station and Lee Station. It's the time that got hit by
Barack Obama. Y'all say whatever y'all want. That white man.
Smoking crack.
He came out. They used to call him Bathhouse Barry.
Yep. And that story that dude told about him smoking crack with him in the limousine and fucking him and all that shit for years, bro. These niggas, man, I will definitely side with black women on this shit. That download shit with these niggas ain't set. That's a severe problem, bro. They are on that shit.
They be blaming them on regular niggas. They're not Pacific. They're very vague about that shit. That's why I asked questions.
Let me tell you something. I got nothing against them niggas, but when I used to watch them drill niggas in Chicago, and they would all be in this one room in an apartment.
With their pants sagging,
off and their pants down, jumping up and down. If them niggas ain't gay, I don't know who is.
Bro, I'm telling you, the gay thug, if motherfucker said that shit started in Chicago, I couldn't lie. I couldn't deny it. I'm telling you, dude, seeing that shit, it's not just, oh man, it's just a few here and there. No, it's a fucking thing, dude. To be a gay nigga in Chicago and be gay, I'm talking real niggas.
Yep.
Straight up niggas. I'm talking niggas that'll kill you, that will come to your house and shoot you in front of your mama, nigga. Them niggas be gay than a motherfucker. And people ain't saying nothing about it. And them niggas be fucking each other, fucking all throughout the game. All these gang banging niggas. That's why them niggas so prolific in gang banging, because they fucking. And them niggas is together like a big ass fucking family.
You remember in DC one of the ways they was jumping in the gang members was taking them niggas, throwing them in the van, fucking them, and then dropping them off.
Damn.
Are you serious?
That's crazy.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Oh, somebody else said it. It was a gang initiation.
Wow.
Damn.
Not fist fight. So you tell me you couldn't just fist fight a nigga you had a fucking nigga?
I never knew that.
Fuck jumping in.
You don't take it seriously. Fist fighting. You gotta take this dick.
You gotta take this dick. Yep. You
Basically, they do all. Basically, what they're doing is modern day buck breaking. Modern day buck breaking.
It is crazy.
I know they did the shit with girls. You either get jumped in or you got sexed in. But niggas, I ain't know they was doing that shit.
Motherfuckers say they got blessed in there.
Man, nigga, that shit is crazy. That shit is a fucking. It's unbelievable, man. Just to see how many niggas is like that in our fucking community, dog. And it's like it's so. My problem is do what you do, but the secretive, the secret society that they have established, like that shit, bro. It's unbelievable how they keep that secret and they sleeping with everybody.
And the bitches know. Black women.
So are we tired of the rainbow community and how open they are, or we don't mind it?
Oh.
No, we're tired of it.
No, listen to what she's saying.
We're tired of it because
we're gonna be quiet. Then we turn around and say we sick of these DL niggas, but DL niggas are quiet.
Yep.
I can explain. I mean, I feel like it's being pushed. The agenda is being pushed on our children. It's being forced. I don't have anything against the opposite. I mean, what you want to do behind closed doors, how you want to do it, but when it's being every time you turn on TV, it's a cartoon or little kids kissing or things like that. You want to give kids the choice at 10 or 11 to say to be able to decipher their genders. I have a problem with that.
My only gripe is that when these women, my fault, not to cut you. Finish if you're not done.
No, that's fine.
My only gripe is that these black women be messing with these niggas and then blame it on the regular black male population as if it's the whole entire black male population doing this, and then come on the internet and say vague shit, and then don't say specifically who these niggas is you talking about.
I don't know.
They blame everything on us regular black.
I don't know if it's a small amount or they need a specific amount. When I say black women do this, I don't get mad when they do this. It's because I do have to say this. It ain't all, of course, but it's just like I say they blame STDs on down low niggas. I say it's down low hoes. They lie too. They out eating each other's pussy, doing all kinds of shit with each other. Ain't nobody saying nothing about the shit that these hoes are openly doing. These in Atlanta, it is a thing for these women to have sex with trannies because they like feminine women and they like dick at the same time. They fuck those trannies like
really.
What?
Yeah.
Really.
It's stressing me out tonight.
So again, if you look at it's a reason why black women have the highest rates in HIV, highly by a whole lot, bro. That's why I say they know they gay. Fuck them anyway. I kind of say the shit funny, but nah, seriously, bro. You look into these numbers. That's the only explanation for it.
No,
and
I was laughing at that. It's not funny.
Let me ask the ladies. So to y'all, when y'all come across, I mean, in just your circles, do you all talk about that? Like if a woman, one of your girlfriends or somebody just dating a man and she finds out, whether she cool with it or not, but when they find out, do you all talk about that or out that or make that be known, or is it held secretive to you? To amongst you all to where y'all won't say nothing.
You mean if my friend is with a man who's down low?
Right. If she finds out, yeah, girl, I found out that Keith, he be fucking dudes from time to time, and this is one best friend that he got that he sleep with, and we working through it, and we trying to, I'm trying to get through it, see if I'm gonna do this or not. But will y'all say anything like after y'all find out?
I mean, of course.
Like publicly out him?
Not necessarily just outing him, like going like on social media. I'm just saying to where everybody talks about it, to where it becomes known. So like if you break up, if your girlfriend break up with this dude and she sees somebody else is dating this dude, will it be talked about, or will she mention that and say, "Yeah, you know, girl, he do be fucking with dudes. I don't give for what he might tell you, but he do that." Does that kind of stuff take place?
The women that I hang around, and the absolutely, because it's too prevalent. It goes on too much, and I believe that's how the diseases continue to go and go and go. If you don't,
I'm telling, and I wouldn't even want a friend that's with a man that's down low.
No one does.
That's
does
weird.
that. I don't. No one. I don't even know anyone in my circle who does that or wouldn't entertain that, like at all. I'm being 100%.
I don't have enough homegirls, I guess, to.
Like, I don't have no gay like friends. Like, there was not a gay. Well, here's the thing I always tell people: I don't know what people do in their life either. I got a lot of people who are married, but I don't know if their wife cheat. I had a friend. He let me fuck his wife a long time ago. I would have never known that was a thing. Yes, Miss Fantastic. I was a younger man. And he said, "Let's switch partners." I was like, you know what? I barely know this bitch I'm fucking. And I've been wanting to fuck your wife since college. So let's do it.
Oh, this a nigga or white?
No, he's black. A real nigga. That's why we were talking about, like, I've been his friend for a long time. But he was like, man, we're swingers. And there's like 3 big swingers clubs here in Atlanta. Like, they go and let a nigga just beat their bitch back out. So
man,
niggas,
Atlanta is the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah over there. So
nah, niggas been doing this. Rednecks been doing this for a while. Rednecks, that's a thing. White people used to call them key parties. They would all come to the house. They call them key parties. They would all come.
Party. I never heard of that.
The car keys.
Get away with being bad.
Yeah, you would stick the car keys in a bowl,
in a bucket, in a bowl. Yeah,
and you would just go pick out the car keys, and whoever car key you got, that's who you was fucking that night.
No fucking way.
Wow.
Don't forget about those.
Wow.
Don't forget about those parties. Don't forget about those parties in Atlanta where they rent out. Don't forget about those parties in Atlanta where they rent out a big ass house and they just put mattresses in the rooms and stuff, and people just go there just to have sex.
Yeah.
Did it count women's make
Why is Diddy being treated like such a villain? From what it sounds like.
Yes, that's my problem with it. Y'all remember if you watch me when I first started? A lot of people don't know I have a twin brother. My brother, he would hold these kind of parties in Atlanta. So I took the camera.
Mr. Fantastic.
He has a huge house. So I remember I went there and it was me and my girl, and when you came in, you had to have first off, you had to have on your night clothes. You come in your night clothes, but you would, leave your phone and everything. I was the only one that he allowed because I said I want to film some of it just to let people see kind of what this is. So he allowed me to go around before the people came in to film the setup of how every one of the rooms. So me and him, like I said, if you watch me when you first came, there's only a few times people have seen me with my twin, but I went around and filmed it, and he had it. I mean, it was beautiful. He has his house here in Atlanta is fucking huge, and every one of the little rooms they had where you could go in and do whatever you want to. You didn't have to. You could have just went with you, because that night I went with me and my girl. We did stuff, but I'm like a person that I like to be watched. So motherfuckers came and watched us do it. I like to be watched. I'm a weirdo like that. But I didn't do anything like what the other people were doing though. They would switch their mates, or they would niggas would be doing shit when it was all kind of fucked up shit, and then everybody would go all back to their life.
That's wild as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But again, once you got a certain amount of money, because there was not a broke nigga there. Everybody there was rich.
Broke niggas were doing it too. They was just doing it at the cheap hotel.
Yeah, broke niggas lie about it. Broke niggas lie about what they do. They have to constantly lie because they don't feel they have the power to do it. When you're a rich person, you feel like you have the power to do it. Just like I don't fuck bitches without cameras around. Bitch could get mad all she want to. I don't have to do it. I'm not fucking you if I can't put it on camera.
Yeah, what was the Tom Cruise movie, Eyes Wide Shut?
No,
yeah.
If you rich, why do I have to do this way? I mean, I had a conversation with Chris Brown about that shit. He's like, "Do you really do this?" And I was like, "You richer than me, and you look better than me. I don't understand why you wouldn't do this." Because they gonna lie. They gonna if y'all get through fucking you and shit go left, you can go lie to the police and say something else happened.
Yeah, they lie on Chris Brown and say Chris Brown whoop every bitch he with, according to the hoes. Shit. So
and he don't. Everybody fails to realize that Rihanna started that.
She did it.
Yep, sure did.
Yeah.
They don't fail to realize it, Melanin. They purposely ignore it. The police report was there. She even admitted to doing it. And a lot of people forget that they got back together. So even after the whole shit they was dating again after the fiasco. But again, you know, but hey, it don't even matter, man. Chris Brown won. These hoes paying $1,000 to take a picture. He won.
Absolutely, because he was in Dallas not too long ago, and he turned up.
Yep.
Free Tory.
They paid $1,000 to take a picture with Chris Brown, and I still get picked at for allegedly messing with lot lizards as a truck driver.
Listen, if you drive a truck, you fuck lot lizards. Don't let nobody try to tell you how your life ain't supposed to go.
They don't exist anymore.
Same way with and in the same way with niggas in the Navy from port to port. They go in the fuck bitches and they move on. The whole song.
Mr. Fantastic did that a couple times. He got a couple half nigga babies somewhere.
Girl, what a good wife you would be. But my life, my love, my lady is the sea. This nigga say I go out on the road, I'm fucking hoes.
Man.
Imagine why you don't think all them is a lot of damn black ass Chinese or Vietnamese kids after war. Them niggas over there.
They was over there
I
getting
have
cracking.
a sibling in Korea
Tiger Woods.
for my daddy when he was deployed in Korea.
Literally,
Tiger Woods. Yep.
What I'm supposed to be over here doing? They shooting at me, I'm skeeting at them.
They shot at me, so I shot at them.
Yo, chill.
Wow.
Reginald wanted to say hi before he has to go to school in the morning. He wanted to say hi.
So I tell him I say hello. He can jump on and say hi. I'm talking. Well, now he grown now. I'm finna say I'm talking out of.
Well, he's 18. He'll be 19 in a couple of weeks. He was like he wanted to say hi. Yeah.
I twisted one up with my daughter the other week. I said I feel wrong. Realized grown. I was out there hiding.
Wow.
I said, if I forgot you grown.
Yeah.
Time flies.
It does. I got high with my daughter for the first time. So we sat down.
Did you?
Yeah, we got high together.
Good job, Tommy.
On the weekend. We sat down. It was a weird because we started talking about life and we just sat there laughing and giggling at each other. I'm telling you, that probably was one of the most special times I had with my little girl. I was like, you grown and I can't tell you not to because I know what I was doing when I was in college.
Yeah.
I did that with my dad. He was
cancer. I have a question. So he asked me to take a shot. So what should I let him?
You at home. You gotta understand, I'm a Southerner though.
I'm too. I'm down in Dallas.
It's fantastic. How old were you when they first gave you a beer?
My first beer, my uncle gave me Seagrams when I was like 8.
Damn.
No, they was.
I was a runner.
Mom's Miller Lite, what she would have left.
I could drink it. Yep.
Yeah.
My granddaddy drank Boone's Farm.
That's a
let me kill it.
No, I know what we did.
Budweiser and a wine cooler.
This is why we be
in Andre. What you know about that Andre? Nigga, we couldn't wait for motherfucking Thanksgiving and New Year's
Andre
Eve.
Spumante.
Andre, baby.
I'm saying I don't want to be looked at. Am I a bad parent? If I always tell him
He's
no.
wrong.
No.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm a single mother though, and by the way, I did just write a book about that. But
let me tell you what happened with me when I tell you it happened to me. I'm not saying it always goes that way, but I'm saying with me, and I think it's with my daughter too. When you make things taboo, as soon as the kid leaves your house, they own it.
Okay.
You made it taboo. Your kids, if they done had it, they ain't impressed by a motherfucker talking about some, let's go get drunk. I've already had some. I know what it tastes like. Hell, I know how to handle it now.
Exactly. My daddy taught me. Go ahead.
Sorry. Are we talking about certain things though? Like, because do we condone teenage dating?
Okay.
Well, I'm only asking.
She also brought her boyfriend with her. to the party. She brought her boyfriend with her. They've been boyfriend and girlfriend for a long time, but they swear up and down they're not. And I ain't stupid because she respects me as her father. Is why she downplays it. But I seen them out there, and I told my mom, and my mom was like, "You better go over there and get her." They was out there doing some little stupid ass TikTok dance together. It was cute. He wasn't, treating her like he wasn't treating her like Big Sean was treating Ariana Grande. Talking about, so he gave her that big D. He didn't do that.
So she would technically he's courting her.
Yes.
Okay. So to me, that's different than allowing dating. It sounds like she's being courted.
Yes. And I will say this, like there was no, when she was 16, there was no boyfriend, none of this shit. This did not happen. But I know this nigga was sniffing around. He was always around. We throw parties. His ass was there. And she's about to be 20 and they're still there. They're still there. I think that's if nothing else, I think the way she was raised, it taught her longevity.
Right.
She ain't no babies coming here because she can have this conversation with her mama. She can have it with me too, but I'd rather have it with her mama, and her mama make sure everything's straight because I don't want to hear nobody fucking my baby. This is wrong. So I'm still gonna believe that he has not done it, and he ain't gonna do it until I'm dead. Is the way I feel was gonna happen. And I'm dead. That pussy is all yours, sir. While I'm still breathing.
Jesus.
Well, I'm still breathing. No. So I think that's one of the things that is difficult, though, because I'm glad you asked that. You've been asking very good questions like, hey, since you said this, okay, what about this? Because it is, and fantastic and relationship rehab, y'all can identify with this. It just, yeah, it feel okay when I'm talking about your kid. It ain't okay when I'm talking about mine.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Your kid can do all that stupid shit. And not mine.
Yeah. Yep. I guess that would be my expectation too. It's like, I know it's inevitable, but I want my daughter to, have the mindset to where, nigga, we got to lock in. Ain't no shit where I'm just out here testing the waters and being free and fancy and all. No, fuck that. When my daughter gets to that age, she needs to have a boy, like you said, that's been around, gonna be around, and all that kind of shit. I don't want my daughter, switching up and doing all that shit and just bouncing around. Nope. That's my expectation of that shit. She needs to be very, very fucking selective.
So I have a question for y'all. All right, quick.
No, go ahead. I've been talking. Go ahead.
Okay. So
Go ahead.
what if your son, both your sons are your daughters, right? And you have a plan.
Yes, it's a double standard. Before you even go there.
No, but I'm asking. I'm still. No, it's not the double standard part. But say your son or your daughter, they do something, and it goes against how you want them to the plan, how you want them to grow. Do you reject them or dismiss them, or you still accept them or love them?
My daughter went to a college I didn't want her to fucking go to.
My love is conditional.
Far away from you?
I don't believe in that unconditional love shit. My love is conditional. There is certain behavior that I will not tolerate. If my daughter decides she wants to live her life like Cardi B and be on the pole, do your thing, just change your last name. That's exactly that. There are conditions to my love and my covenant.
What about your son though? What about your son though, Rehab? What if
my son is going to be taught that he has options because he is going to be a man. He's going to have options. He's going to know how to get his shit. He's going to do what I didn't do. He's going to get his shit together at a young age, and he's going to exercise his options until he finds that woman that's going to be on his team and serve him. Absolutely, that's how I'm gonna raise him.
But the core of my argument, what if both your children, like if both your children stray from whatever general plan that you have for them,
right?
Do you protect them like Brian McKnight did with his kids, or do you?
Yes. If my son turns out and chooses to be an ain't shit nigga, hey son, do what you gonna do. I'm not coming to see you in jail. I'm not gonna put shit on your books and change your last name.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I'm not doing. I'm not going to my fag son's wedding.
Right. No. I'm not doing that. Nope. Hey, I'm not gonna do it.
Brian, I said the exact same thing to my 15.
Remember that one pops where they had his son dressed up in a dress?
On that prom shit and all that?
Yeah.
No, sir.
Listen,
No,
I
sir.
will say this. I don't have a problem with any fathers who believe that they have to endure that. That's what you have to endure. You asking me personally? No, I can't do it.
Can't do it.
Because I
And
asked that because
I think
that's what it
that
means to be a patriarch of your household. It's like
it's just condone. It feels like condoning.
Right.
it is. I think that when you're raising kids, they're when you're raising children, I don't believe that there is a compromise. I believe like what Brian is saying, but not just coming out and saying it. There is a standard that they're always going to be upheld to, and while raising them, you can't back down from that. You can't back down from that. And I truly believe that's why it is good to have a male and a female raising a child, because my oldest child is 30, and my youngest is 19. And Tommy, when I was listening to you talk about your daughter, I've been in the same situation with mine. Not with the getting high part. I've never done drugs or drink or anything, but I didn't superimpose that on my children. I think a lot of the mistakes that parents make is we try to superimpose everything that we believe that they should be doing on them, and if they go outside of that, then we're angry, not realizing that they are their own people, and they are new here. They have to discover stuff, just like when they're little and they get confronted with the tree, and they're like, oh my God, what is this? And we're screaming at them, get away from that tree, get away. They don't know it's a tree. They're new here. So a lot of the things they're going to have to discover, and sometimes we're going to have to let them. At the same time, we cannot press them into being exactly what we want them to be, because that's not going to happen, because they're always going to disappoint us, just like we as humans disappoint other humans, because that's just how people are. But at the same time, when you set a standard and you don't stray from that, it's amazing how they just make you proud. I'm very proud of all of my little ones. I'm also biased, but I'm very proud of all of them, and they know what standard that I hold. They know what standard their father holds, and they didn't stray too far from that. But I wasn't afraid to let them discover life, because I opened the lines of communication a long time ago. So I was always just like, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, and
Yeah.
they definitely do a lot of talking.
Well, I'm gonna say that.
My father. Okay.
I just got to say to it. Did you read what's on the page? See, somebody else said it, lady. Lyric, you see it? What you see?
Oh yeah, I see it.
See, they said it. You up here with your natural hair, with your natural teeth, up there smiling with your natural glowing face. And I always said, I need a woman. I would need a woman. I'd marry a woman like you, because you seem to know what's best for the kid.
You ain't slick. You ain't slick. I heard it.
I can clearly remember. My father was a Chicago police officer for 30 years. And I can clearly remember my father telling me at like 19 years old, he said, if you ever get arrested and go to jail, don't call me. And I couldn't understand that as a kid. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? You the police. You will be the first person I will call. He said, don't call me. And as I got older, I asked Daddy, I said, Daddy, why would you tell me not to call you? He said, because I would not want you to embarrass me by going to jail doing something stupid and me having to come and bail you out, me having to come to the station to get you out of jail. He's like, if you gonna do that, then I don't want to have nothing to do with you doing something that stupid. He said, because you know better. And I can't tell you how many times I didn't go do some fuck shit because I was fat and I knew I couldn't run and I knew I couldn't call my daddy if I went to jail. Condition.
Your name means something. I know you wanted to say something a bit earlier, Melon, when you got cut off. You were asking, I think it was about the discussion that was currently being had about what happens when you get to a point where your kid might do something that you're not cool with. Is that where you wanted to jump in?
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure. I lost my train.
Say what you wanted to say.
I lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
It just seems like being a parent is hard. I mean, at one point I was, but I told you the story, Tommy. Then that story seems like it's twisted. But anyway, it just seems like you got to go through so much to raise a child, worrying about what might influence them and all that. How do y'all handle that? I ain't had to
It's hard, and anybody to tell you it's not worse. I'm telling y'all, I don't know how many of y'all have had it, but I can tell you the dream that I had, that one that's fucked with me for a long time. I would dream somebody did something, my child died, and I would wake up crying from this dream because I cared that much about my kid. I didn't know what to do without my kid. I don't know if that's being a good parent at that point, because then I was too clingy. I remember holding my daughter one time when she was little. I had one of those dreams, and I remember her waking up and she was hitting me like trying to tap out. She was like, "Too tight, Daddy, too tight." I had a dream that something happened to her, and I just started squeezing her, and because I didn't want to lose my kid. I didn't want her to leave the state, even though she could go to college when she wanted to. I wanted her to be in state. When she left, I just kept feeling like I would see all these stories about something happening to these motherfuckers in college. Stupid bitch done drunk something from somebody at the bar. I know I keep telling you not to drink from open containers, but you gonna get around these girls. And as I was told, when kids get grown, they re-raise themselves. They do. They go through their own shit. I have a fear because it's my daughter. I think it might have been easier if I had boys, because you kind of feel like they have more control over what happens to them. So the fear keeps being, older they get, the less control you have over them. Because at least when they're little, you feel like you can protect them because you can tell them where they can and cannot go. As they get older, you tell them to do that.
It's like you have a short window to build your kid up to be able to withstand the world.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. I am a pitcher, and I am a pitcher full of knowledge, wisdom, and all that stuff. And I'm trying to pour it into my kids as much as I can, because I know, like Tommy said, that time is going to come where they're going to go out on their own and they're going to re-raise themselves. And I just want my kid to understand and have the knowledge to say, when shit does go left, well, let me pull out this old blueprint that my daddy made for me and see what I can do and see where this stuff fits into my life today. Because that's one of the ways that I grew up. There are certain things that my daddy would just say to me, and it's like, now I applied that shit as an adult. Like, you don't never quit a job until you got another job. I never fucking had a job where I'd be like, fuck this, I'll quit, I'm out this bitch. And then I ain't got no job in 2 weeks. I'd be like, I'm about to get me another job. And then I put my 2 weeks in. Shit like that. It's like, you don't think it's nothing as a young person, as a teenager. You don't think it means anything. But then as you grow older, those things come back into your mind and they start to shape you when you become an adult, because that was ultimately my blueprint to a large degree. I'm still my father's son at the end of the day.
So
I'm with
Speaking
you.
of, I got to dip out.
Feedback.
Microphone's messed up. But go ahead, Angry Man.
Speaking of, I got to dip out, Tommy. Ironically, y'all talking about this, my daughter left her window down and the battery's dead. So now I got to jump off the car just to put the window up so no raccoons or nothing jump in the damn car. So I'm going to holler at y'all, man.
Thank you.
What do your daddy do?
That somebody's mic is messed up. I don't know who it is. Y'all might have to mute yourselves when you're not talking so we can find it out. I mean, you're right about that, Brian. I mean, we have to learn like the blueprint with a lot of what happens. And I mean, I tell you, I remember one thing vividly. What my dad used to tell me was, I don't think you mind. Your mama said you was. And I remembered that blueprint when a bitch came up pregnant. I was like, I know what my daddy said, so I'm going to say the same thing. And I said, I don't think it's mine.
I knew it.
Hey, man, what are you going to say about Tommy? My nigga's consistent.
I'm the one that might not be the dad, but
So I got a question to ask y'all, because one day I plan on being a pops, right? Do you blame yourself if your own child doesn't follow what you instructed?
We'll always. I think if you care, you will. It's a fear. I think the parent that doesn't care doesn't feel any regret for what happens to their child. That's just my thought. Y'all.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, that's no, go ahead, Lyric. Go ahead.
No, you go first. You go first. You've been quiet for a long time. Go.
No, it's cool. So that's
beauty.
That's definitely a major issue and problem, man. You got to fix that. If your child won't listen to you and you're the first example of authority and all these different things and so on and so forth, that's something you have to care about and something you have to fix. like Tommy said, if you care about that child, because if they don't respect your authority, right, and you literally control their livelihood, their condition of living, they're never gonna, do it to people outside of the house. So that's something that's definitely a major issue and problem you got to fix.
I mean, if they're grown people and they're on their own and they gotta, like you said, re-raise themselves, like Tommy said, like at that point, where does your control end?
Oh no, I thought as an adult, as an adult, you just cut them off. I mean, you don't do what I say. Yeah, everybody mute up if you're not. Let's see who it is. Check. Lyric, yeah, I think it might be you, Lyric. But either way, yeah, if they're grown, you can't control an adult, like, right? So if they don't, it's just like you can do, like, hey, if you don't want to abide by my rules, you don't do shit I agree with, just you can't come around. I gotta love your ass from a distance.
Exactly. And I agree, because I'm going through the same thing. I have older children that I won't speak on, but were estranged because of the disrespect. They were raised by their father, and it's just it got to a point where he turned them against me. So I was just, there was no win, because of some bad choices that I made in my 20s. And when I kept apologizing, I kept trying to build bonds, I kept doing all that. It just went unheard, and I just kept getting more and more disrespected, because by that time he'd already turned them against me. So I had to love them from a distance. So once I was able to raise these two boys that I have here now, it meant something. Tommy touched on something earlier that I wanted to just kind of quickly go back on about, his daughter and my daughter are really close. I started listening in 2017 when I got pregnant with my son in 2000. I just wrote a book about it. It's called The Rise Within, from a single mother's point. He saved my life, because I was out there when I first moved. I'm not from Dallas. But when I first came here, and I put it all out there, about how I was living a fast life, how I was, popping pills, how I was doing this and that. And then I came here to a different part of Dallas, and I met Reginald's father, and Reginald saved my life. And so it made me put everything in him. It was an unconditional love that I just wanted to be his protector. Like I didn't feel like anything else came before him. And I just made a vow to do it all the way till he was at least 18, and he's 18, and it's hard to let him go. He wanted to go out of state, and I was kind of selfish, and then I had to think about and go back to what I was listening to, and what I've been listening to with Tommy would help me a lot. You have to let him go. So I stepped back. I didn't make it. I let him make his own decisions. He decided the school. He decided everything, and but it's hard. It's hard when you get to that point that you have that child that's never been disrespectful to you, as opposed to children that you have to be estranged from. It's hurtful.
And I think that's another reason why fathers need to be around. Fathers won't tell their children, you need to go pro to help pay some bills around here. Father will keep on breaking his back and tell his son, you need to go to college. Go on, get your. That's going to last you a long time. A father's going to say certain things. I just still remember what my grandmother said to me. I love that when she said that. My grandmother was a weirdo. She used to get insurance on all the grandkids that she felt was going to die early. It's like her lottery. She was like, 'cause this motherfucker, and this is what she said. She said, because when they die, they're going to be going around, asking the church for them to sell plates and all kind of stuff to bury these little motherfuckers. And now that I got insurance on them, they'll have money to be able to do this. She didn't do it like for any other reason of, I know that y'all parents ain't shit, and they are going to be lacking in these areas. But I also remember a thing that she said. She said she used to pray to God all the time that she get to a point where she all right with whatever decisions you make in your life. I said, damn, that's deep. If you want to be with a nigga that whoop your ass, I got to be all right with it. Because how I'm going to put myself in the grave trying to stop you from being with a nigga that whoop your ass. That's why when I heard the white people say something, and I brought a lot of stuff I heard from white people to the internet, but I would always tell people, hey, I got this from white people. When I would watch black folks and somebody would die, well, we'd be sad, and they died doing shit that we knew was going to cause death. This nigga was the biggest drug dealer in the industry. And you shocked he dead? He used to go around telling everybody, I'm the realest nigga on the block, fuck with me. And you shocked he got fucked with. Well, white people were never shocked about this. White people used to always say whenever their white friend died, well, he died doing what he loved. And I remember the first time I heard that, I laughed. So I started bringing it to black people. Why are y'all crying about this nigga dying or this bitch dying? That's what they love to do. Tell me I'm lying. White people will sit out there and this white man out there and the grizzly bear ate all his ass off. Ain't nothing brought back home but 2 chunks of meat. And they can't even tell you what part of body it came off of. But they white parents and white friends will celebrate them 2 chunks of meat and say, he died doing what he loved. He loved them bears. And they'll say weird shit. That's the way he wanted to go. I don't think he wanted to go like that.
They said it about Charlie Kirk.
Go Bears.
But they said about the Australian guy who
Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
Steve Irwin. Yep.
The way he wanted to die. I bet it ain't.
Yeah, they was like, he died.
Yeah. But from a kid's perspective, when you're raising your kids, it's like one of the things I learned. I coached Little League baseball in my hood for like 20 years. And we would always say, leave it all on the field. And it's like, that's what I'm doing with my kids. I'm giving them everything I got. Now, there may be some things that I'm going to miss. There may be some things that I may do wrong, but I'm going to die empty. Because everything that I have, I'm going to pour into my kids and teach them. And whatever choices they make, I'll be okay with that because I gave them all the best that I had because I believe that's my job. Is to give them a better life than I had. May not be the perfect life, but it'll be better than what I had because my parents did that for me. And when you have that mentality and you're just giving them the game as much as you got, you gonna miss some things. So you can't be a perfect parent, but you're gonna give them as much as you can so that they can learn how to navigate their way. And I think that's your job as a father. That's why it's so important to have that 2-parent household because you got 2 minds. You have somebody to oppose what you're doing. You have a yin and a yang. You have some type of balance to where your children can take the best from both of y'all and learn how to do those things. It's like there are certain things that my wife teaches my children and does for my children that I just don't do. I don't have it in me. And she's very good at that. So she's a great partner in that regard. And that's what we're doing. We're raising our children together. Yeah, you can half-ass it as a single mom or a single dad, but you give your kids the best of both worlds. And shout out to Jay-Z and R. Kelly. Best of both worlds when you can raise them in that type of environment to where they can choose and they can see and they can understand from both perspectives.
I have a question. I have a question for you with that. I come from a 2-parent household, so I didn't I was with Reginald's father, but I can say it's in the book. We were engaged. We were a couple. We were living together. We conceived him after we were already together, but he started doing drugs. So I left with Reginald. I wasn't in competition against the drugs. I didn't plan to be a single mom. There was no way. We were going to get married. I saw a future with this man. But what I did was I didn't sit back and just say, oh, forget that. I'm going to give up. You know what I did? I took the mentality. I came from a 2-parent household who my dad is still in my life to this day. Who I was conceived in marriage. My mom was 15. Married my dad at 16. He took her out, to overseas with him at 17. I just took what came from both of me, my 2-parent household, and instilled that into my boys. That's all I knew to do, because, as a single mom, because I wasn't going to stay there and deal with the abuse and raise my son in that. So I said, you know what? I have enough sense and I have enough. Me coming from a 2-parent household, yes, I won't be judged as a single mom, but I do have that advantage that I come from a 2-parent household. So I'm going to have to use my masculinity, I guess you would say, because I have boys and I don't want them to be feminine. And I'm just going to take what my daddy put in me and put it in my son.
You never have to use your masculinity. What you do is you get men to be in your child's life.
Oh, I do. He has mentors. You were one. Like, I made sure all that happened.
You like think about it this way. What if his dad was there and he wasn't in drugs? He just died in a car accident one Sunday as he was driving to the store. You're still his mom, and he needs to see you be a female. He needs to see in you the type of woman he's going to leave that house for and cleave to that woman. He will be able to recognize that type of woman because he'll see it in you. But if you start opening up the traits of being masculine, which is what's happened in the Black community, then the men started saying that type of woman, which is not good for you, started to being that type of woman which I wanted. And that's how that woman today became a slander of a pick me.
Okay, so
those deficiencies.
Maybe I worded it wrong because I don't mean. So did I become masculine because I used my dad, the 2-parent household, to raise him? Because he's a very masculine man.
Because you said
no. I think it's your wording.
Yeah,
I worded it wrong because I was trying. That's all. I think that's what it was. No, I think I'm being looked at as being masculine because I'm a single mother, but I don't see it that way because I just choose what my dad and my mom instilled in me. So with the father not being around, I didn't have a choice but to use what my dad gave me to help me raise my sons.
Yeah, but there's always sources. Boys
he had those sources, like he has them now. They have mentors.
Then you did a good job, but you always stay in your feminine. That's extremely always important for them to witness as well.
Right. Well, one of the reasons why I asked that is because one thing that stuck out to me is that on one of there was a quote, I don't want to misquote you, Tommy. You said that Black women, they never tell their sons about their past. You said a few years ago. I remember the show. Do you remember the show?
Yeah, what would help him grow be to let him know that mother was not infallible.
Right, but basically, like if she was whatever, I don't know if I can cuss on here, a hoe, whatever. They need to know about your past. And you was like, Black women, y'all don't do that. You don't do that. So I made sure at 14, I sat him down and I told him about my past. And that was something I was scared to do. But I knew that was something you said that we didn't do, and we didn't do that. No woman around me.
I want to say this. Tell him enough to get him to deal with the women.
Well, what I told him was, I explained it to him. You don't want a woman like me. You don't want a woman like me. That's not what you want. You want a woman that's. People go around saying you want a woman like your mother. You marry a woman like your mother. I told him, don't do that. You never want to marry a woman like your mother. Why would you want to tell your son to marry someone like you? That's
what you do. But you're supposed to carry yourself in a way to where what he's picking is an image of you if it's a good image.
Parts of it, but what I meant was so what I'm trying to say is you don't want to marry a woman like me who had that certain past that I had. You don't want that type of woman. That's what I'm speaking on.
Let me explain to you. Look, let me say, if you were at that point when you were teaching your kid, you know the difference between right and wrong. That's the you he needs to be able to recognize in his woman, not the you who brought them to that situation. Listen, I wasn't shit. Hell, I ain't shit now, but I wasn't shit for a while, but especially when my daughter was born. I think now I try to show her so many of the qualities that I believe she should look after. Is there still some other shit? Yeah, there's some fuck shit. And I try to tell her this fuck shit right here that I'm doing, no, it's helping pay these bills. Because that's my, and then what I say to her is, I say, because that's my job as a man. My job as a man is to make it to where you don't have to do none of this shit that I'm doing to pay your bills. As a matter of fact, the reason I do my shit, so I said, you and your mama don't have to do any fuck shit. And I don't like your mama. But y'all don't have to do anything because I grew up in a household where that was the job. And you know where I saw that? I didn't see it from my father. But you said you had it. And let me tell you where you say you had it at. Your father. So even if you didn't have it with the right man that you picked, your son still had that resource, which is called your father, to be able to help instill good man qualities into him. You didn't have to leave the house. Grandfather was still there.
And Tommy, can I also say something? I hope my mic isn't irritating you guys. I just want to say this real quick. To you, you also don't have to live in a sorrowful state that you're doing wrong because you're a single mom. When you hear them talk about, single mothers and the things that they do wrong raising their children, they do a lot of things wrong. But don't pull that in because you gave yourself time to learn, you gave yourself time to mature. So you don't want to always, every time you hear somebody say something bad about a single mom, take that in and try to defend what you're doing now. You can look at your children and see that you've done well, and you put resources in front of them that they can do well, and you have done what you needed to do. Because as women, we're not going to be the same person at all. You're not who you was at 18. You changed at 21. You changed again at 30. You're going to change again at 40. Hell, I'm almost 50, and I'm not who I was at 30 or 25. And so you can't keep staying in that frame of mind of whoever you was at 21, 24. Let her go. She's done. You learned from her. So you don't have to stay in that part of your brain trying to defend everything that you did in your past, because you'll continue to be sad, and then you'll project that on your children. They understand that the mom that they have, and they're happy with the mom that they have, or they would tell you, because they're old enough to tell you that they don't like what you're doing. And then you have to be in a place to accept that, because like Brian said, none of us are perfect parents, and we'll never be. But you can learn. And then, like the young lady said, never walk away from your femininity, because you'll never be a man. And so you can't go into masculinity when you're not a man. You wasn't created to be masculine.
Yeah, don't try that. And I will say this. That's why I love my man Brian, because we have this like thing. Even when we came up with our show, was called The Guru to Whore. He was listening to me a long time ago. I would always rail against being with single mamas, being with a woman with single mom who has kids, right? Brian is married to a woman who had a kid prior.
Yep.
He's the guru, and I'm the whore because I'm still out here fucking everything move. He's got a stable household. Why would he listen to me? That's why I tell a lot of people, why the fuck did you just listen to me? Like, why? I mean, you can listen to me on something on the surface, because surface is where you learn. But when you try to mimic a person you don't know in real life, I could be beating the shit out of 4-year-olds right when I get off of this show. I think a lot of people do this. Now, Brian, you alluded to it earlier about if y'all make y'all masculinity after a lot of these people y'all think are, you're going to be sadly mistaken. You're going to realize who they really are and find out you've been following this fucker your whole life and he wasn't shit.
And lose your own identity.
Yes.
Your own self. And then when you grow up, you have to break everything you learned from that dude and then restructure yourself.
This is what happened to Malcolm. Malcolm had put Elijah Muhammad on such a pedestal like the rest of them. When they found out who he was, they were in complete denial. So they was like, well, I can't turn back now. Eddie Long, same thing. I got to keep supporting him because what I look like turning away. It's the same thing what happened if people found out that there was no such thing as Jesus. I think people would ignore that information and keep on following him because it takes too much to find out you've been lied to. Anybody that's ever been in a marriage, one of the hardest, or go a long-standing relationship, you ever said to yourself, because I've been there, you ever said I wouldn't put up with a cheater and then a motherfucker cheated and you stayed?
Right.
I would never do this shit. But because I had this ingrained thought and this won't happen, God got a funny way of making you have to do exactly what you said you won't do.
Won't do. Yep. And to what you were saying, Amy,
God, enough. Leave me alone, God.
And to what you were saying, though, Amy, it's a part of your journey, and you resting in your femininity is where you're supposed to be. But those things that you have and the mistakes that you have made along the way, that's where those two big words, accountability and responsibility, come into play. My parents, and I didn't realize this until I was an adult, my parents' financial acumen was terrible. They were not good with money. I have a lot of their shit where I'm not good with money. That's my bag that I'm carrying, but I'm trying my hardest to make sure I don't give that to my children. So I'm trying to be a good steward for them and teaching them at a young age on how to respect and the principles of money, because I know that I fucked up with money. So it's like you apply that same concept to different things. Like you said, you didn't know your husband would become a drug addict, but like Tommy said, what if he died going to the store to get some bread on a Sunday morning? You still have to say, well, those deficiencies that we may have, or that I may have as a person, or that we may have in our household, we have to try to compensate for those in whatever way we can. But you have to acknowledge those things. And that's what you give to your children. Like you said, you did that. So in all of those deficiencies that you may have had, dysfunction that you may have in your household, the fix for that is to acknowledge it and to correct it with those that are coming behind you, so they don't repeat that cycle. And we don't have the mentality of saying, well, it was good. Hey, look, I turned out all right and it worked for me. I ain't had that. They worked for me. Hell, I grew up in the fucking Wild Hunters on the south side of Chicago. I know what it's like to hear gunshots at night. My kids ain't never heard that. My kids would lose their shit if they heard somebody shooting at night on our block. It'll never happen. And I don't want
my kids is the ones doing the shooting.
And I don't want my kids to grow up like that. And they may ask, hey, daddy, I know you kind of grew up in the hood. Yeah, I did. Y'all didn't grow up in the hood because y'all didn't need to. I went through that so y'all wouldn't have to do that.
That's right,
like
Hov
said. Right, like Hov said. So it's like, that's what I'm giving to you. That's what I'm giving to my children. Now, my kids, I tell my wife all the time, I said, I pray for the day that my kids try to come back to me and tell me, daddy, you didn't do this. You was this kind of a daddy. You should have did this. And I'm going to be like, well, I tell you what, you had a better life than me. And I did the best I could. Now, all the rest of the shit that you got for me, we can go to therapy and talk about it, or you can just get the fuck on and kick rocks. But I know what I did and what I sacrificed for my kids, to where I'm okay with that. I'm a die empty. I'm like Anita Baker. I done gave you motherfuckers the best that I got. Hey, I don't know what else you want from me. Amen. And that's just how we have to contextualize this shit, so that we are progressing as a community. We're progressing as people. We're progressing as families, to where we can show them the good. And hey, even our bad in life, you can still get the good from it.
Brian, I thought about something you said earlier, and I have an example of it. You tell me if you get this example. Vito Corleone was standing above his son, and he said,
"Look what they did to my boy.
Look at them! Look how they massacred my boy." But when he was talking to Michael about his sons, didn't he know the difference between each one and what they could do?
Sure did.
Remember when he said Santino was a bad don?
Sonny was a bad don. And when you look at it, he knew it. And he grew up, but Sonny grew up in that time of him becoming the don. So there was a lot of fuck shit that Vito did, and Sonny learned from that, but he also knew Sonny was a hothead.
Yep.
And he knew that Sonny was going to be a problem like that. Even he tried to always try to calm Sonny down. That's one of the reasons why he liked Tom so much. Tom was that cooler head. That's why he needed him to be Consignetti. And even Sonny had a problem with Tom being Consignetti. Sonny didn't even see it. If I had a wartime Consignetti, I wouldn't be going through this. Nah, nigga, you need to be paying attention, because these niggas is making moves against you that you don't even understand, because you're so used to the old school way of how shit was done. This is a new age, bro. We talking about this dope shit. And he was like, well, what do we do? He finally had to get the idea of saying, I'm in over my head a little bit. And he said, if the old man dies, you make the deal, because that's the only way we're going to survive this.
And Michael had to teach that to Sonny's son about that temper.
Yeah,
but part three don't exist. Don't.
Yeah. You gotta watch it for the symbolism of the time that it went through. The Papal scandal, Tommy, that was real.
Man, part 3 sucked. I'm sorry, Ghostface.
There was still lessons that was learned from 3, but 1 and 2 is different than 3.
Part 3 did not happen. We will never get a part 3 because Kate is dead now.
Oh man.
Hey, no. Have y'all ever watched Godfather Epic?
Yes,
It's 7
that's the only way
hours.
to watch it.
That's the only way to
That's
watch
the only way to watch it.
And they got all the cutout scenes in there.
Yes, that is the only way to watch it. Is the epic version.
Do part 3 where it has basically the one that's Dakota of Michael when they recut it.
Yeah, I heard it. I haven't watched it, but I heard about it.
Yeah, the Dakota is not as shitty.
Yeah,
but it's shitty.
But I like. Here's the thing that I get from 3 though. I get from 3 how Michael came full circle to understand like how fucked up he was.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the thing. Like Michael, people don't realize it, but Michael should have never fucking killed Fredo. It fucked him up. And he didn't realize that until it was too late. And it's like, though, that was a huge thing. Like, dude, you killed your fucking brother holding on to some shit. That shit was cool when you killed the families so that you could take control, but you let that shit go too far. Fredo did. He did, but he still shouldn't have killed his mother's son, and he paid for that shit over and over again.
He should have put him on the shelf. He should have put him on the shelf for life.
Should have sat his brother down, man.
No, he deserved to die. He warned Fredo. He said, "Don't you ever go against the family again."
What's the name of this movie?
Oh
my God!
Oh Lord!
The Godfather.
You better be joking.
No.
It's so many life lessons in 1 and 2.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it.
You go watch it now.
Okay.
You get off this.
Okay.
Not be watching.
I'm sorry.
So what you should do is let me bring you Atlanta. Let you watch it with me on the
on the 100-inch screen. Yeah, Tommy has a lovely theater.
I'll let you watch it on this 9-inch. I mean the
Sip your wine. Sip your wine. Sip your wine.
Why are you laughing, Mr. Fantastic? I'm just trying to get her to watch the movie. Damn it, man.
Yes, indeed. We should do a show about The Godfather one day, Tommy.
We should.
And really just break that motherfucker all the way down.
With me and Melanin watching it right here in my house.
After you and Melanin watch it.
Right.
Yes. We should watch it. Let me come watch it with me, Melanin. What is that on?
I do want to say that
I'm just curious now because I actually don't be looking at your titties. I'll be wondering what that is. What is that?
Where? This one?
Yeah.
A flower.
Oh, that's it. I always wondered. I didn't know what it was. I was Spider-Man or something.
It's a flower.
It does. It's like a web. I was like, oh, that's cool. She likes Spider-Man too.
It's a flower. Terrible.
We get along. She likes Marvel as well. I'm just sitting up in the whole time.
I'm more of a Batman girl.
What?